Welcome everyone! Here is the ultimate beginner guide to Origins. Both Black Ops 2 and 3 have the same part locations, the same steps. Starting off in the spawn room, we see this wooden table, and you will always see this brain that is housed in this green jar, and I want you to pick this up. This is for the Maxis drone. We can hold multiple parts at once. We will get the other parts later on. To the right, we see a wall buy, and to the left of this is a shovel. I want you to pick up the shovel. When playing co-op or with randoms, it becomes a tournament who can pick up the shovel first, because there is only one shovel there and one person can pick it up. So if this shovel is taken, the second shovel location is if I head up the staircase, below the generator 3 sign, we have another shovel right here. If both shovels are taken, there are two other shovels that are quite far away from spawn, and I will cover them later on, but please try and get the shovels in the spawn room. We have this massive structure here, and this is a generator, and when we interact with it, it will turn on the power in the area we are in. These night zombies will spawn, and on round 1 only, you can just click release the R3 button to do a melee, and that will one-shot those knights. Once the generator is online, the area we are in has power. So in this case, Quick Revive perk is now active. I will buy Quick Revive, and how this works is instead of dying with Quick Revive, you will down instead. That's for solo. And then for co-op, it will just help you revive your teammates faster. You might be wondering, why am I playing on the PC version when I have the PS5 ports and I've made videos with the PS5 in the past? The answer is twofold. Number one, there's a really fun PC exclusive that I will just showcase. It doesn't affect the guide, it's just something I want to show. It looks cool. The second reason is I do play better on keyboard and mouse. On round 2, as long as this generator is online, we will have a double points drop in this chest. So we're going to pick this one up right now. For round 2, I want you to shoot the zombies 8 times in the body and then use the melee. So there we go. Also, if you have one zombie in front and one behind, try and line them up, because one pistol shot can shoot through both zombies, and that counts as collateral damage. And also, when one pistol shot hits 2 zombies, you get more points. So I'm just going to keep this one going. I happen to get a max ammo, so I have a lot of ammo in my Mauser pistol, which is the starting pistol. If you run out of ammo, just use your knife. When knifing on round 2, because it is a 2 knife with these zombies, you want to hit the knife button and then immediately walk backwards. So knife, immediately walk back. We have 2 places we can go from spawn. The first is generator station 3. The second is generator 2. I want you to open up the door for generator 2. When running across, we will see these dig sites. I will return to these dig sites at the end of the round, so we need a shovel to dig them. But first, I will head to the ends of this area, and there will be another door to open that will bring us to the main generator 2 area. In front is another generator, and then to the right is the tank station. Let's head down the tank station, and on the far corner, on Black Ops 2 is an MP40 wall buy, on Black Ops 3 is a VMP. Both weapons are great, I want you to buy them. So for round 3 and higher, I am just going to aim for the head with all these zombies. I will leave a couple of zombies remaining in the round, and then I'll start up the second generator. When starting up the generator, what I like to do is I like to do a walking motion in between these areas. So I like to walk like this. If you are overwhelmed by zombies, you might want to start shooting. You can also exit the generator site. So if I leave the generator, it will just slowly start deactivating it. It's perfectly fine. When you return to the generator site, it will start the reactivation. We have a couple of things in Generator 2 area. So we want to, first of all, re-enter the tank station, and we're going to look for an ice disc. So let's just head into the tank station. The first location, you can see the disc right here, is in front of this wooden table. The second location will be to the right of the mystery box. On this shelf, the ice disc may show. It's a blue disc. The third location, to the right of the wall by, we will have another shelf, and the disc may show up here. Once you have it, if I just open up the scoreboard, so on controller, that's the button, just like the opposite side of the start button. So it's a similar start button, the opposite side, and inside of the scoreboard here, you can see the blue disc, and then we have 3 parts. When you play Origins, you want to build the parts for each staff effectively simultaneously. So you'd do each quest at the same time. For this demonstration, I will be building each staff in isolation. So we're going to start off with the lightning staff, then we'll upgrade the lightning staff, then we'll build the fire staff, then we'll upgrade the fire staff. The reason why I say this is because with the ice staff, you need to use the dig sites. So remember these dig sites from earlier. When it is snowing and the weather is random, between rounds 2 to 4, you are guaranteed a round where it is snowing. When it is snowing, if you dig on these dig sites, you have a chance to dig up an ice staff part. And there are 3 locations where the 3 parts are. And so when you are playing, you just want to do the digging. However, I will not be digging up the ice staff parts just yet. I will only dig them when I'm actually going to begin building the ice staff itself. When the snow goes away, so it's going to stay here I think, but if it's raining, if it's cloudy, then do not dig up those dig sites if you're looking to build the ice staff, because you will never get that ice staff part. We also have a zombie shield that we can craft. So you can see the zombie shield, and there are 3-part locations. The first part is located in Generator 2. So if I just head to the end of Generator 2, opposite side of spawn, we have that no man's land sign. We see the entrance to the workshop, but also we have a trench to the right. And at the end of this trench, the first part location is going to be on this wheelbarrow. So it is here for me, and I'll pick up the part. The second part location is if I head towards the tank station. So here is the tank station. I will head inside of the tank station. I will head up this staircase to the open view area. The second part is to the right of this pipe, so it'll be right here in that location. The third part is near the spawn room, so I'm going to return towards spawn, and as I'm running towards spawn, you will see a trench that has a sheltered roof over it, and inside of here there will be a wheelbarrow. The third zombie shield part will be right here where the wheelbarrow is. So I do have the part already. I'm going to head back into the tank station one more time. I'm going to leave this zombie alive just so I can do some explaining. But inside of the tank station, we're going to head to the wooden table, in the edge near this exit, and you see these rocks. I just picked up a rock. And the way you do this is the same way you pick up parts. It won't prompt you, but you can just hold to interact, and we have a rock, which is showing at the bottom left. We will have this rock for quite a while. It will be useful later. I will now return to spawn room. The thing about these zombies in Origins is if you hit them once or twice and then they go too far away from you, they will just instantly despawn and the round will end. So I'm just going to make sure I'm not too far away from this zombie. So we went to Generator 2 earlier. Now we're in spawn. We see the Generator 3 sign, and let's head here. So I want you to open up the first door. Generator 3 has a similar layout to Generator 2 in that you have that one door behind you, And then after you buy the second door here, this brings you into the main generator location. So we have another generator that we're going to turn on. So I'll just interact to turn this one on. When going through the generator, you know, I said to Wield earlier, but sometimes, you know, you might need to start doing this sprinting technique. So I like to do short sprints between these areas. And the reason why you do this is if you just sprint all the time, which you might think to do, eventually you run out of sprint. And when you run out of sprint, you're walking. And if you don't have any sprint left and then you need to sprint for real, you won't be able to. You might down or die. I'll go into more detail when we open up more generators. In the generator 3 area, you have another mystery box location. So the mystery box was in generator 2. There's a 50% chance it will spawn in generator 3 instead. If it does, it will be here. Don't hit the mystery box because we just need as many points as possible, and you know, just so don't hit it. We have another zombie shield part in the Gen 3 area. So let me walk through to each location one by one. So we have the No Man's Land sign. You know, the workshop is in this room. And if I turn around, the first part location is, you see this cardboard box, or this wooden cube box. Where this zombie is to the right, that's where the first part may spawn. The second part location, if I head from Gen 3 back to spawn, and as I run through here, there will be another trench which is sheltered. In this trench, there will be a wheelbarrow, and a part may be on this wheelbarrow, which is here for me. The final part location, you have spawn. So I just head into spawn. And this tunnel, it's not, you know, something obvious, but if you do a 180 to the right of spawn, we have this deep level tunnel. And if I run down this tunnel, and I just look to the right here, this is the third location where the shield part can spawn. So it'll be somewhere in the bottom of the tunnel. Once that is done, we have our 2 shield parts. We're getting nice and set up. So we are now going to head into No Man's Land. The way I will do this is I'm going to go through generator 2, and then through generator 2 we have that No Man's Land sign. So there it is, and to the left we have the workshop. So we're going to open up this door here, and then on the ground level you have generator 2, and generator 3 is through this door. So this is generator 3, that's where we were like just earlier, but I won't buy this door because there's no real point. Instead, what we're going to do is we want to go up the staircase. And up the staircase here, this is where the No Man's Land actually is. So we want to head across up the stairs, and we see No Man's Land. Let's open up this door. So inside of here, this is the main central hub of Origins. So effectively, this is a massive rectangle. And then there's a center part here. There's also these trenches that seem to go on infinitely. Don't run down these, as these will take you they will take you to generator 2 and generator 3, so that we'll return back to where we came from. What we need to do here is we need to get 2 perks. So we want to get Juggernaut and StaminUp. I'm going to return to the entrance, and I just want to show you around a little bit. So here is, you know, that path we went through. The MP40 wall buy will show both on Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2. And if you bought the MP40 earlier, which is what I did, you can use those MP40 wall buys to buy more ammo. So you just head to the wall buy to buy more ammo. You can't buy ammo for, like, you know, mystery box weapons and stuff like that, which is why the MP40 is very useful. So we want to, before we get Jugg, before we get StaminUp, we want to get the third and final shield part. So we see the MP40 sign. Continuing forwards, if I just run across here, the third and final shield part may be in this rectangular trench. So I'm just looking around, not seeing the part. In that case, this is where we came from. We're going to face the church, and we're just going to keep on running. And we're just going to run across until we get into the to the next rectangular trench. So here it is. And the second part location maybe here. So I'm not seeing the part. Okay. The final location is, we have the church, and you can see the Juggernaut. So we're going to go to the right where the Juggernaut perk is, which is this red perk. We're just going to run to the right of it, and the final shield part is in this rectangular trench. So you have the MP40 Wallby. Black Ops 3, I don't think it's an MP40. And you also have the third and final shield part. There we go. We have the zombie shield. We also have Generator 4 and Juggernaut. We want to ideally turn this on near the end of the round. This is just because as the rounds get higher, it becomes more risky. So what I like to do is do that small, sprint thing. So I just like to mainly, walk, and then when it's high risk, or if I need to sprint, I just do these short sprints and walks just to survive. If it's the start of the round, you will need to just start shooting all the zombies when you see them. It's very risky to buy Juggernaut because you have to run into that little one-way. So I like to just stand on this left side, and when the zombies are close, then I quickly run, immediately buy Juggernaut, and I just hold backwards and just go to the side, and there we go, I'm now safe. What Juggernaut does is, instead of downing with 2 hits, you will down with 5 instead. So I'm going to leave the round active, and remember, this place is just a massive rectangle. So we came from this way to get into Jugg. Let's complete the rectangle. So if I keep on running here, you can see we have another trench. This leads you back down to Gen 2, Gen 3. So we're not going to run down there. Instead, we'll go left. I will keep on running forwards. And what you will see is to the right is, that place that we came from, that workshop with the Gen 2 to Gen 3. Behind me, the MP40 Wallby. And if I head to the right here, on the opposite side of Juggernaut, we have StaminUp. So I'm just going to head across. I'm going to open up this door. And while it is still near the end of the round, I will start the generator for StaminUp. So we need to start very soon building the lightning staff. To build the lightning staff, you will need to have both StaminUp and Jugg. So StaminUp is needed, Jugg is optional, but really just want it. So I will end off the round here. We will return to get the StaminUp perk, but first of all, we need to get the lightning staff disc. So there is a lightning staff disc, and the disc is located in the generator 4 area. I also have no ammo, so I will also need to return to buy ammo as well. So again, the reason why we get that MP40 is because I have effectively unlimited ammo with this weapon. This is not Black Ops 7. There's no. This looks like an ammo crate. It is not. This has another purpose that I will return to. So let's head to the Juggernaut area. This is the Gen 4 area. There are 3 locations where the lightning staff disc can spawn. The first one is to the left of Juggernaut. There is this table, and there's also this machine. It's called a Wunderfizz machine, and so that's where it is. I'm going to pick it up. The second part location is if I'm returning to, the center. We have the wheelbarrow, and the second disc can spawn exactly where I'm shooting, the lightning staff disc. The third part location, it may be inside of that tunnel. So there's a bit too many zombies here, so I'm just gonna start shooting them out, or just clearing out the round. Think about Origins. This map is no joke. You can very easily get overwhelmed. So I don't want to just head in that tunnel, because I might not head out. But we have this tunnel entrance. It does say wind tunnel. However, if you just look, and this tunnel might be here, the sides, or the bottom, there might be the lightning staff disc. Those are the 3 locations. Once we have the discs, we need to get to work actually getting the 3 parts. So, oh dear, that zombie will despawn. So there's something very important to know, which is on round 8, we have a Panzer boss that will show up. This Panzer boss is extremely scary. You could technically get the lightning staff before the Panzer shows up and destroy it. I'm going to make this video to factor in to assume that you won't get the lightning staff before round 8, before the Panzer. So, yeah. We first of all do need to get StaminUp, so I did, you know, I did leave the Gen 5 area because I didn't have enough points, so I will first of all need to make sure I get the StaminUp perk, and then we can get to building the lightning staff. The lightning staff I've chosen to build first. It is technically possible to build the ice staff on round 4. However, the lightning staff, in my opinion, is just... There's 2 reasons. Number 1, getting the ice staff on round 4. I have played the game a bunch. There's a 20% chance you can actually pull it off. You need a lot of RNG. And with the lightning staff, there's no RNG involved. The second reason is the lightning staff for these earlier rounds and just for surviving is way better. So I'm going to return. I've been doing a lot of moving. I'm just going to return to where this no man's land MP40 wallby is. Here it is. And what we now need to head to is the church. So I can either use this path or I can use these trenches. This mud will slow you down. And that will be important shortly, but I'm just going to head across, and I'm looking for the church area. So it's just down to the left, and then to the right, we have the church. And on this right side here, there should be an entrance that shows Generator Station 6. So this little path will be available, and when we go through here, we have a better view of the church. So the church has a bunch of stuff in it, but first of all, we're just going to just follow the path. We will turn right, and we have a nice and beautiful tank. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to start the tank. So I'll go on top of the tank here, and I will start the tank. The tank has 2 purposes. The first is it may crush zombies. The second is we need the tank to be active, and we're going to jump off the tank to get the lightning staff parts. Now, an issue that will occur are these zombies, when we're on the tank, will sprint really fast. If they get on the tank, you must eliminate them because they will just start swiping you really fast. What I like to do is I like to disembark from the tank, leave the tank. When I'm not on the tank, the zombies move slower. When I see this line here, so we have that, you know, that wind staff tunnel, you know, that's where the disc was, that's where Jugg is. Then I'm going to start running, and I just want to get on the tank. I would get on the tank a little bit earlier than what I did. We need to jump off here. The way we do this, head to the end of this railing, and just face to the right, and then sprint and jump. It's a parkour jump, and if you pull it off, you can get the lightning staff part. Keep in mind, the robots can slam their feet in this area, and you just want to make sure the robot doesn't slam on your head, because if that happens, the match will end, so you don't want that to happen.
I'm trying to remember.
We need to ride the tank twice, so we just did the first time. What I've done is I'm leaving 1 zombie alive.
You can get me out.
Ideally, you would leave more than 1 zombie alive, I'll be completely honest with you. Ideally, also, you'd be on round 6 doing the tank. However, I'm on round 7, it is what it is. We want to try and keep this round alive for as long as possible, so we can actually deal with the Panzer. We will prepare for the Panzer right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down to Generator 3. So just drop down in this part, and just drop down to the left. And then to the left of the Generator 3 and No Man's Land sign, we have this wallby. So this is the Semtex grenades. I'm going to go into this trench. I'm going to buy the Semtexes. The Semtex grenade, very good against the Panzer. I will then return to the spawn room. We were in Gen 3, we were in Gen 2 earlier. These are one-way paths, so if you end up taking a path that brings you to that main Gen 3 area, just turn around. And then from spawn, we're going to follow the path to Generator 2. So I'm just going to keep on running across here. On Black Ops 2 only, I can go back into the tank station and just buy more ammo for the MP40. On Black Ops 3, again, you don't have the MP40 here, you have a VMP. Regardless, we need to enter the tank station, and then when we leave it, we see the tank is right here. This green light means the tank is ready to rumble. However, if you get to the tank station quicker than I did, which you probably will do, then it might be on cooldown. Also, I'm subconsciously spamming the jump button. Why? In the mud, you move a lot slower. With StaminUp, it's not too bad. You can you run around okay-ish. However, when you run out of sprints, I'm just moving so slowly. So what you want to do on Black Ops 2 only, if you just spam, basically, the second you land on the ground, if you just tap the jump button, you effectively don't have to worry about the effects of the mud. By doing this bunny hopping like this, you can move from point A to point B a lot faster. You can also do a short sprint and jump, and then just continue bunny hopping, and that gives you a little bit more speed as well. On Black Ops 3, you can't do that. That is something to keep in mind. I'm going to activate the tank again. Even if a zombie's on here, I'm going to try and survive. This is quite... If it looks like I get hit too many times, I would just have to eliminate the zombie. But there's this massive gap, and you can only leave the tank after that gap has passed. I leave the tank again just to make sure the zombie leaves the tank as well. I'm going to jump on the tank. We have one part coming up. So we need to jump on this railing. It's just a very small jump and tap forwards. And then I'm going to try and get this final part at the same time. So I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to get the parts. I'm then going to quickly run. I'm just going to spam. I'm just going to jump down. We keep on running. And there we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. I made it up. So that is part 2. And if we do that quick enough, we can now get the final part. So this sides here, I'm going to go off the side of this railing, and I'll just run and jump forwards while looking right, and we get the third lightning staff. So it happens a little bit quickly, but basically, if you messed up getting the second and third lightning staff parts, maybe you took too long to get the second part, or maybe whatever reason, what you can do is you can see the tank is back where it was earlier. It's back in the spawn room. So what you could do, wait for it to cool down, run the tank once back to generator 2, run it again, and it will just do a loop, and you'll be good to go. Next round is the beautiful Panzer. If you did not buy Semtex grenades in generator 3, you can buy them here as well. What I want to do is I want to head to the Juggernog area, because I don't want to be in this church place when the Panzer shows up. It's not good. So let's just end the rounds here, and I'm just going to head to Juggernog. This Panzer is no joke. So I actually don't have enough points to finish building the ice stuff. There's one more step that comes after this, but I'm going to head in the Jugg area. I'm actually going to stand like right here-ish. And then when the zombies spawn, this noise means the Panzer's coming. Okay, the Panzer is there. I'm going to walk the opposite direction. I'm zigzagging between left and right. Why am I doing that? Oh dear, this is not looking... I also have a Panzer... basically, the Panzer has this grapple hook. I'm going to try and get him to do it. Let's just get him to do his little grapple. He's not doing it. So, he needs... basically, he has a grapple hook that he has refused to use yet. The reason why I'm, like, not shooting him and I'm doing this, like, risky... I just need him to use his grapple hook. He also has a flamethrower. If you get too close, he'll use that flamethrower. He's not using the hook. So, there it is. You see, he has this grapple hook. If he hooks onto you, you must shoot the right arm. I'm going to try and get hooked intentionally. So, just shoot the right arm, and that will stop you from being pulled towards him. So, I'm basically just running around just to try and show the Panzer. When the Panzer shows up for you, you would immediately start chucking Semtexes at him. So you chuck Semtexes, you chuck them on the floor. So you just chuck them, on the floor slightly behind you. That will damage the Panzer a bunch. Then from here, you just want to keep your distance. We're zigzagging again, left and right. So I just keep my distance a little bit. And then we're holding back because I do zigzag left and right a little bit. The main reason being is we're just trying to avoid the... we're just trying to avoid that grapple hook from actually reaching us. And when we zigzag, we can get away with it. When the Panzer dies, it will blow up. If you are near the explosion, what will happen is it will damage you. So you just want to keep your distance. After eliminating the Panzer, I did it a little bit too quickly, but I have picked up a fire staff part. So I'm trying to separate each staff, like building each staff individually, but that is kind of impossible to do there. When showing the fire staff steps, I will like reinforce what I just did. Let's actually get the lightning staff now. So to get the lightning staff, I am where the MP40 Wallby is. I'm in the center of the no man's land. We need to get a black disc. So to get this disc, the first location it can show up is to the left of the MP40 Wallby. You head up this staircase. You see the excavation site sign. To the left of this sign, the disc may be right here. The second location, if I turn around and I just run in front of the MP40 Wallby, I'm just going to run towards the church here. So we see the church. And if we look on the left-hand side, the second disc location might be here. So it's here for me, and I'll just pick it up just like this. The third part location, this guy's running very fast. The third part location is we're going to return to that MP40 Wallby, and we're actually going to head to the excavation site. This is where we will actually place down and build the lightning staff. So we're just going to run up the excavation site. This debris is 2,000 points. And in front of here is going to be this wheelbarrow. The disc might be in this wheelbarrow. Once you have that disc, it will show at the top left. And we also have the pack-a-punch machine. This machine is not active until we have captured all 6 generators. So there's only one more generator left. All we need to do is look for the staircase down. And we're just going to keep on going down here. And we will either see the gramophone to the left of this bench or to the right of it. Regardless, pick up the gramophone, place it on the bench. Now some music will start playing. Samantha is going to sound very happy. This staircase will slowly go down. We are not going to go down this staircase just yet, because we still need to get one more piece for the lightning staff. So we have all parts, we have the disc. Once we can do that, we can enter the crazy place. So we need to enter the crazy place. The way we're going to do this is, first of all, once the staircase has been made, that takes 10-20 seconds, we need to pick up the gramophone. So pick up the gramophone. If playing co-op, try and take the gramophone, because you don't want anyone else to have it, because they can hold it and not place it down and slow your progress. We will now leave the excavation site, and we have 2 exits. So we have to the right the exit, and this is towards the church, and then to the left of the pack-a-punch we have an exit where we can either go to Jugg or we can head to StaminUp. So what I'm going to do is I will just go to my left here. We're going to head to the StaminUp location. So we're going to head to StaminUp. The round may end for me because there's that one crawler, and if I run too far away it will despawn. But in the StaminUp area, you can see StaminUp, we have the lightning tunnel. Let's head down the tunnel, and at the bottom of the tunnel we have this crazy place sign. We have a bench. We're going to place the gramophone down, and it's going to start to build the portal towards the crazy place. So we just need to wait for this portal to be built. So we have some wonderful music playing, and we'll just enter the portal. Once we enter the portal, we have the lightning staff pedestal, and when we go right next to it, we see a lightning crystal. Let's pick this one up. I want to immediately head and just press to access the teleporter. So we need to leave this place, and it does take a little bit for the teleporter to show up. So that's why I'm just waiting here. I just need to survive. And I'm going to use... I can't. I'm just going to leave. I was going to use that nuke, but I just need points, so I'm not going to do it. I'm actually going to pick up the gramophone. If playing solo, which I am playing, I would not pick it up. However, if you're playing co-op, you need to hog that gramophone. Otherwise, your teammates, your randoms, they're just going to cause issues. We now need to return to the excavation site. So we were here earlier, and that's where we got the gramophone. This is where the pack-a-punch is. So we're just going to return to the excavation site like this. And we're just going to go to the very bottom of the excavation site. And at the very bottom, we can craft the lightning staff. So we just head to the very bottom, just head down the staircase, keep on going. It's very obvious where you're looking at. There it is. You see the 4 staffs? Lightning staff is purple. So if there's no zombies in my vision, we can build it. There are zombies in my vision, so I'm just going to eliminate them. And then I'm just going to quickly build the staff. This is very risky, but I have insta-kill, so I went for it. And the lightning staff is now built. So, we want to pick it up shortly. This entire time, you might notice, I still have the Mauser starting pistol. If you got rid of this, we can get it back relatively easy. When we pack-a-punch the Mauser, it turns into a mini ray gun Mark II. It's really broken. The MB40, when we pack-a-punch it, turns into like a not impressive weapon. So we're going to swap for the lightning staff, and we're going to get rid of our MB40 and trade it with the lightning staff. So here is the lightning staff. How it works is you just fire it, and it fires out this lightning bolt. So they aren't instant. They are projectiles that take a bit of time to move. They can eliminate multiple zombies like that, and Panzer shows up in the future rounds. You just spam to eliminate the Panzer. Let's now upgrade the lightning staff. So what we need to do is we need to return to the lightning staff tunnel. So where pack-a-punch is, let's go to the left. Let's go to the left again, and we're just heading to the StaminUp area. And once in the StaminUp area, we're going to go into the lightning tunnel again. So we'll just head back here. There we go. And we just need to place back down the gramophone. So that's why I did say earlier, if you're playing solo, you should not pick this gramophone up. Only if you're playing co-op, because you don't never trust a random. Unless it's me. So we're now going to go back into the crazy place. And when upgrading each staff, you will effectively never remember this first step. So each upgrade has a puzzle. So this is the ice staff puzzle, wind staff puzzle, fire puzzles, not here. But there's a puzzle that needs to be solved. So for full transparency, I have an iPad in front of me with the puzzle steps. So I'm going to have one zombie remaining so I can just do this safely. There we go. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This bottom row. Those are 7 triangles, okay? You have the top row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles. Ignore the top row of triangles. We only touch the bottom row of triangles. We are going to shoot these triangles to make a specific pattern. So, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to shoot triangle 1, triangle 3, triangle 6. That is the first step done. Then we're going to shoot triangle 3, triangle 5, triangle 7. Then we're going to shoot triangle 2, triangle 4, triangle 6. Did I shoot it? 2. I did do it. So when you hear that, that means you've done it correctly. I'll have timestamps as well at the top of the comment section, so you can just skip to all of the puzzles. I'll just have the puzzles and how to solve them with those timestamps. So if you ever need to remember what to do, come back to this video and use those timestamps at the top of the comment section to have the puzzles nice and easily solved. We will now leave the lightning staff area, and we're going to just leave the gramophone here. That is the first part of the upgrade. The second part is interesting, to say the least. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to head back to the spawn room. So, the spawn room is where we first came from. And we need to turn about 5 or 6 boxes in the right way. So, we're going to head back to spawn. There is 0 chance you will just remember this. So, again, timestamps at the top of the comment section, and I'll just have it'll just have the answers for you, so you won't have to just figure it out. I mean, I have notes here. So, in the spawn room, we have quick revive, and if I just head back down, you can see opposite side of quick revive. To the right, we have these. I'm going to call them fuse boxes. You see this direction. So this little handle is facing to the right. It's facing to the right. And we need to just hold the interact button. So, the same button you use to rebuild the barrier, we're going to use that to interact with all of these panels. So, let's get this one done. The panel at the bottom of stairs faces to the left. So that's the spawn room. From here, we're going to run towards generator 2. So we'll head towards generator 2. And then we're going to head to the tank station. And we have the wall buy. And if we look to the right, we have another electric panel. This one needs to face down.
We must understand what we have done.
Then we're going to head back.
Brings you closer to
And we're going to go to No Man's Land.
What answers will
So we'll head to No Man's Land like this.
Samantha.
And it must be said, this is best to do when it's near the end of the round, because you don't want to have a round coming after you while you're moving these panels. We need to make sure we don't get stomped by the robot, so we do need to head this way. So the next part location, or the next electrical fuse box, is in generator 5. So we're going to head back into generator 5 here, and we see the StaminUp perk, and then the other side of the generator we have that electrical panel. So we're going to make sure this one is facing down. There we go. From here, we're going to run towards the church. So we're going to have the church here. We're just going to run towards this way. And to the right, we have the church path. And on the other side, we have another electrical box. So what I'm going to do is I will set this to up. Then we're going to continue running to Juggernaut. So generator 4, Juggernaut area. I'm just going to head into Jugg. So we see Jugg here. Now we're just going to face left. I'm going to keep on running, and I'm just looking for the wind tunnel. So we see the wind tunnel here. To the right of the wind tunnel is another electrical panel. This electrical panel is going to be facing up. Then we need to head to the church itself. So I'm just going to run towards the church. And there's only going to be 2 more panels that I need to change. So we are almost done. There are 7 in total. And yes, there is 0% chance that you will just remember this off by heart. I just have notes on a phone or somewhere else. And so the final electrical panel, it is the opposite side of the tank. The tank is there. And we see this one. So we're going to make this face right.
Know not what we have done.
And then the very, very last panel is upstairs. I'm going to buy this door. And when I go upstairs, there'll be one more panel. You can see it's just in the shadows. We're just going to set this one to up. Once done, you heard that music. Samantha is going to, say some nice words. There is something important to know about this upstairs area. So, it's actually very important you are aware of this. To leave this place, you have the staircase, but you have this massive hole in the ground. Do not go down this hole if you have been hit by a zombie. If you don't have Jugg and get hit, you are immediately down. if you get hit and have Jugg, you may down. So just avoid this hole. If you've been hit recently, just come down the staircase. We have one more step with the lightning staff. So we just need to head back to the excavation sites, that center place where all the staff were, and we just need to do one more puzzle. So I'm just going to run all the way down here, and what we need to do is this. So there are going to be 4 levers. So if I just go back down here, we have a left turn and we have a right turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn right. So turn right to this of this SGG. This is the first lever. So we're just going to click it, and you can see these icons. We need it to be purple. So this one's purple. There we go. Then I'm going to head to the left of the STG, and we have another lever here. So this one was already purple. If it was purple and then you click it, just click it until it goes back to purple. So there we go. So those are the first 2 levers. The final 2 levels are here and there. So we're going to go back to the SGG area, and we're going to go to the right. But this time, we're going to head up these stairs. We are then going to drop down once, and we had the 3rd lever. Just set this to purple. The last lever, on console you can do this too. Jump and then hold the interact button, and then you can just move this lever while on this lower platform. So just going to go like that, and I've done it. I might get red screens, but yeah. So once all of those are purple, we can see all purple. We're just going to shoot this purple orb that shows, and as long as it's having this nice shine effect and rising up, that means we're virtually done. So the final step for the upgrade is we want to return to the crazy place. So we're just going to head back to generator 5. We're just going to head into the lightning tunnel. So what I like to do is a little tip. If you run to a side and you don't see a right turn, that means you're going like kind of like the wrong way. So then I'll just go the other side. I'm going to turn left. I'm going to head straight towards the tunnel. Now the thing I did to get under the map was while this robot was moving, I changed direction on the PS5 port. So I'll just put footage on screen. It'll be falling under the map. That's not the reason why we're on PC. So let's head back down the lightning tunnel, and we're going to go to the crazy place. We have been here multiple times before. You can see everything is open. We just need to place the lightning staff in this pedestal, and from here we need to get eliminations. But we are not getting eliminations with a Unpack-a-Punch pistol. That's why, instead, we're just going to buy this SDG off the wall, and we'll just use this to get some kills. If you don't have enough for the SDG, you can use the Semtexes to eliminate the zombies and gain enough points. So, we just need to kill a bunch of zombies. Be very careful, because in the crazy place, until you've virtually done the Easter egg, these rocks will just come up, come down, and they come in random spots. And while they will not crush you, they can block your path, and then a bunch of zombies will just end up destroying you. So that's not ideal. What I like to do is, where the lightning, portal is, I just hang around this area and a little bit forwards, because there will never be a situation where the rocks come down. So I just move around in this small area, but I'm able to survive just fine. I'm going to use Semtexes just because I'm struggling with the SGG, and then I'll just use the SGG to finish them off with the Semtexes. Then, look at the top left. You can see that little icon shows with a lightning staff. When that shows, that means we can pick up the lightning staff, and here is the first upgraded staff. So we're going to effectively retain this for as long as possible. How this works: if you click the shoot button, just click release, you have a lightning bolt. Same as the unupgraded, but it's stronger. However, if you press and hold it, and then release, you have a lightning ball. And this is effectively like the Wunderfizz. You can see, when zombies get near the ball, it will electrocute them. However, if I charge it up, the issue is, it won't electrocute them instantly. So if you're, let's say, stuck in a corner, so I'm just going to intentionally get myself stuck in a corner here, by just sitting here. So let's just wait for some zombies. Also, there's something happening which is we need to deal with. So let's say I get stuck in a corner, I will just click release the lightning and just spam it. If I'm not stuck, I can charge it up, and you can see after a little bit it will electrocute the zombies, and it's highly recommended to use that charge up attack if you aren't needing an emergency use of the lightning staff like this. I'm now going to pick up the gramophone, so this will fall down, and we need to address the elephant in the room, which is that some sirens have been going off. At the same time, you can see my generators have been deactivated. So from round 10 onwards, you can see those knights that we dealt with to turn on the generators. They are going to disable all of them. So we just need to run to where they are and just eliminate those zombies. So this little icon does show their location, so you can see. I'm just going to try and get them from here. Let's see here. Can I get them? There's no way, right? Well, I can't get them from here, apparently. I got outplayed. But what happens is they go on a generator. So they're on generator 2. And then you just run to it and then eliminate the zombies. So there we go. I missed only one. And then the generator will rebuild. They did turn off generator 3. So I will need to turn that one back on. I am back in the entrance of No Man's Land. So the main area of the map. This is where Gen 3 and 2 are. There are a couple uses of the lightning staff, and this is universal. First of all, if I melee while the staff is out, I'm able to do one-shot melee. So these melees are far better. I'm also able to destroy these guys again. The thing I did not do last time is I let them actually deactivate a generator. If you stop them from deactivating a generator, and you do so without using a staff like I did, they'll actually drop a max ammo. Another staff use, and this is not useful for solo, but if playing with friends, you see at the right hand side, there's like, it tells me a button to press, and it shows like a staff icon. So if I press that button, I'm now holding out the other side of the staff. So initially I'm holding the front side, I'm now holding the rear side. And if I shoot this out, you can see it shoots this red line, and this allows you to revive other players without having to hold the interact button. You just shoot this out where they are, and if it hits them, it will revive them immediately. So all upgraded staffs will have this. Now we need to get the G strikes. We needed an upgraded staff to do this, so follow me. I'm going to head to the church area. So we have the excavation site in the middle, and then one exit will lead us to the church with the Gen 6. When we head to the church again, we are going to place the rock down. Remember the rock that is still in the bottom left? We now have a use for it. So up in the church, we will see this hole with water, and we'll just hold interact to place the rock down. And we're just going to use our melee here. We're just going to keep on meleeing. And you can see the zombie souls are slowly being entered in the box. So I'm just going to keep this going. If you get overwhelmed, just shoot your lightning staff. Just shoot the staff. It doesn't have to be melee kills, consecutively. I can shoot my staff. And even though I eliminated that zombie with the staff, the next elimination can be with the melee again. What we're doing is, with the zombie souls, we are cleaning this rock. And once the rock is cleaned, we need to transport it back to generator 2. And if we do everything right, we will be rewarded with the AirStrike grenade. So I'm just going to keep this one going. There is a very special cheese for this, and I'm unable to show it now. I really would need the ice staff for this, but let's say your melee, the round's too high, and your melee is not one shot, you can't reliably get enough eliminations. Well, there is a way to not use the melee to fill this soul box up, but it's all but you know, it's something I'll show later on. I heard this, like, little, you can see I'm meleeing and it's not accepting souls anymore, and there was also a noise that you probably didn't hear because I was like talking a lot, but once that is done and the souls aren't being collected, you can see the stone is also nice and clean. We need to pick it up. We need to carry it back to Gen 2 without running over the mud. So let's interact to pick up the stone. We're going to go down the staircase like this. We're then going to jump to this wooden plank. We will then turn left and we'll just follow the wooden plank. We'll jump to this center part of the mud. This part's safe. It's the sides you can't touch. We'll jump to this path. We'll jump across to this another wooden plank. And you know, the same story. If you have the mud on the sides we can't touch, just run and jump to this center, which is nice and safe. We'll then do the same, run and jump to get to these wooden planks. And then we'll continue running down. You might think you're in the clear. We can just go in. And to generator 2, we'll be good to go. However, we're not in the clear just yet. So this is generator 3. It's behind this, like, it's like this. That's Gen 3. Gen 2, you see the entrance of. And so I'm just going to make sure I'm running across the center. I just want to make sure I'm following the path. I'm back into generator Gen 2. I'm in that underground area, MP40. And we're going to place the rock back where we first got it. We are then going to get more melee elims. And what I'm going to do is I will show the cheese that I was discussing about, because we need to get even more melee elims here. So you can see the souls are being collected. So we got the shield parts, but we never actually built the shield. So let's change that. Inside of the workshop, we're just going to head inside of here. And there is a crafting bench. And we're just going to craft the zombie shield right here. We'll pick it up. So how this works is this. I'm going to return to my rock. And by the way, when I do this, it's very important that we don't mess up this step. So the rock is here. When we get enough limbs, it will show the G strikes. We must pick them up before they despawn. If we despawn, that's it. Game over. So here's how it's going to work. Make sure you're able to bring out the shield and that you can do it quickly. So this is in your memory. Then we're going to charge the staff. We're going to shoot the charged staff. And then we're just going to hold out the shield. Watch this. So I'm going to do this. 3, 2, 1. And I'll immediately swap out the shield. And what's happening? The charged lightning staff is eliminating the zombies. But in Black Ops 2, this may not work in Black Ops 3. If it doesn't work, just use the melee. But what happens is, because I'm holding out the shields, as the charged lightning staff isn't eliminating the zombies immediately, the game thinks I'm eliminating the zombies using my shield, and as my shield is a melee weapon, I can just cheese this entire thing. So I'm just going to hold up the zombies. I'm going to do the same thing again. So I'm holding out the shields, and I'm just checking to see if the G strikes show up. So they aren't there just yet. So we're just going to reload. If the G strikes show, go out of your way to get them. So I'll do this again. Hopefully this is the last time. And there are the G strikes. So I'm just going to pick them up. So I'm just going to hold interact to pick them up. And now, if you look at the bottom right, we have G strikes. These are mandatory for the Easter egg. If we're not doing the Easter egg, it's just useful for safety. So I just want to show you how these work. So let's see here. I need the zombie blood to go away. But what happens is they're tactical equipment, so that would be R1 on the controller. For me, it's just the keybind. It chucks down like this, and then it has an airstrike. So the zombies are attracted to the airstrike instead of you, and then the airstrike just destroys them. There you go. Nice and simple. You don't really use that to eliminate zombies. You use that more so to just if you're stuck and you just need the zombies to go somewhere else. That's what you're gonna do. Let's now build the fire staff. So we're just going to get to work on that immediately. Starting off, I'm in the center area. You know, the no man's land. We have the MP40. Behind me is generator 2, gen 3, and let's go and get this started. So I'm just going to run forwards past the MP40, and we're just going to run towards the church. And we're just looking for the right turn here, and that brings us to generator 6. So up here, we first of all need to get the fire staff CD. The first CD location is between the tank and the staircase. If you run in between them, you can see there is the fire CD. So here is the fire CD. Let's pick it up. The second location is if I head upstairs. So I'm upstairs in the church. What we're going to do is, remember the rock we set up earlier? We have the SGG wall by, and to the right are these burning chairs. The CD might be here. The final location is we're just going to head towards the generator 6, and where this sign is on these boxes, the CD might be there as well. Now, the first fire staff part is done by eliminating a Panzer. So I did that on round 8. I'll put footage of, you know, that how that part looks like on screen. And so you just need to pick that one up, and you can see in my tab it is the bottom staff. The second thing we need to do is if I open up, you know, the scoreboard again, you can see captures, and if it's blue next to the generator name, that means that I have captured it. If it's not blue, then I need to capture the generator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to return to generator 5, as I haven't captured that. And then where I was earlier is generator 6. So we just need to capture any generators you haven't done. I'm then going to effectively cut to where generator 6 is. So I'm back to generator station 6. This is where I was earlier. It's where the CD part is. And let's turn on this generator. This is very unsafe to do if it's, you know, the rounds you started or you don't have a staff. In my case, the staff, lightning staff, will just solve any problems. But once the generator is online, once all generators are online, we will look at this chest and we have this reward. And this reward is the second fire staff piece. We also have these challenges. I will return to these later. Don't worry about them too much. The final fire staff part is we need to return to the middle area. So I'm just going to return to the middle area, the no man's land, and we're going to start looking in the sky. We want to see a red plane, so a plane that is red, and then we're just going to shoot it down. There is the red plane. I'm just going to start shooting it. Imagine your weapons are hit scanned, so don't try and, like, you know, this is an old Call of Duty, so it's not like the bullets should drop down or they, you know, take a long time to reach their target. Okay, so just to shoot, you know, right where the plane is, and once the plane is taken down, you can see Juggernog is to my right. To my left, we have this wooden path, and we have the final fire staff part. So let's pick this one up just like this. Then we see the Juggernog. I'm going to turn left, and I'm going to head back to generator 3. So I'm just going to head down this mud stream. In case you don't remember, just spam the jump button, Black Ops 2 only, and that will just allow you to head across the mud a lot faster. On this wooden bridge, I will turn right, and we're just going to walk through generator 3, and we have the spawn room here, but to the right, we have the fire tunnel. So we need to enter this tunnel and then place the gramophone down, and we have a wonderful music, and we're going to get the fire staff piece. Now, something you should note is when upgrading your staffs, you can enter any tunnel you want. However, when building the staff for the first time, you must enter the tunnel which correlates to the staff you are trying to build. So fire tunnel for fire staff. Here is the fire crystal. I'll pick it up. And we have already built the lightning staff. What that means is I can access the fire teleporter to leave, and that brings us to Gen 3. We'd have to run back to the middle map, or because I've already built the fire lightning staff, I could head to the lightning staff area. So I can head to the lightning staff area here, and I could, incredible, I'm getting trapped by these blocks, but I could head to the lightning staff area, and I will be able to leave through the lightning staff place. So even though the gramophone is down in the fire tunnel, because I've entered the crazy place through the lightning tunnel before, I can exit through here as well. Even if I had a CD for, let's say, the ice staff, it won't let me exit that tunnel until I place a gramophone down in the past. So what I'm going to do is I'm just returning to the center of the map. At the top left, you can see the fire piece. And we're going to head back to the center. So this is the excavation site. We now just need to head to the bottom of the excavation site. But first, two things. Number one, all generators are online. That means I can pack a punch my weapons. We have held this Mauser the entire time. Let's pack a punch it now. Be very careful, because if there's multiple zombies, it's very easy to down in this area. And here is the Boom Hilda. This weapon, if I shoot it, it's basically a ray gun Mark II, but it's single fire. It's so incredible. When I go down here, I'm also going to buy a Mule Kick. So I'm going to look for the Mule Kick perk. I went way too quick, but when I go down the crazy place, where the SUG is, I turn right. I walk up the stairs. And then I drop down once. And then I drop down again. And then I buy a Mule Kick. So yes, that does mean this is the ideal perk setup. The Quick Revive, Jugg, StaminUp, and Mule Kick. But we will get a fifth perk shortly. So what I'm going to do is I will need to build the fire staff. I will need to end the round for this, because it's a little unsafe to do so. After crafting the fire staff, I can only hold one staff at a time. So if I pick this up, the lightning staff is put back in its pedestal. So keep that one in mind. You'll want to get the lightning staff back. We're only going to hold these fire, ice, wind staffs to upgrade them, and then we're going to dump them off for good. So I have two weapons. Let's get a third one. So what I'm going to do is the fire staff, all the staffs unupgraded, just click release them once and they will do their attack. This one just shoots fire at the zombies. But I want to buy the SGG, so the SGG on Black Ops 2 is on this wall, so I'll just buy it. There we go. We will pack a punch this when there's a good opportunity to do so, as it's very good. If you're doing an Easter egg, you really want it, and even if you aren't, it's a good weapon regardless. If Black Ops 3 does not have the SGG in the excavation site, then head to the church, generator 6. That is where an SGG will buy is. We now need to return into the crazy place. The issue is, while I can use any tunnel to enter the crazy place to upgrade the fire staff, the gramophone is still in the fire tunnel. So what I will need to do is I will need to go there to, pick it back up. And so let's just go through here. What I'm doing quickly is I'm just running to generator 3. I'm going back to that same fire tunnel, and there are going to be 2 steps to upgrade the fire staff. So the first one, you want to preserve your ammo of the fire staff before you enter the crazy place, and the reason being is we're going to need to use a lot of ammo. So the gramophone was here. If it's here, we can't use it anywhere else, so let's go. When we're in the crazy place, you see this fire floor and these ceramic jugs. We need to stay in this fire area and eliminate zombies on top of this fireplace, and this will fill up the fire jugs. So we'll just keep this one going. You'll see when the zombies are eliminated, they kind of smoke away. That means you're doing a good job. And behind me, I can see the fire being lit in the jugs. So I'm just going to keep this one going. I'm going to keep eliminating. If you start eliminating the zombies outside of here, then it's kind of like no point. So I have made a decision. I'm just going to cut to once I've got the eliminations needed, because this is just eliminating zombies. A Panzer will not show in the crazy place, so you are perfectly safe here. Alright, it is now done. You hear that sound effect? That means the first part is done. But the second part is a puzzle. I will need to leave through the fire tunnel because my gramophone is, again, it's in, it's in the generator 3, and I want to pick it up with the other staffs. So let's get out of here. We now have another puzzle to do. So let's pick up the gramophone, and also you can see this little marker. That means that the generators are being taken offline. We also have a Panzer showing up, which we have staff, so you just spam the staffs to deal with them. We'll deal with the Panzer. I also need to deal with this generator. So what's going to happen here is we need to head back into the church. I will just run through, show you where to go. So let's just eliminate these. There we go. There's a wonderful max ammo. There we go. And when the Panzer shows up, I just spam my fire staff. Do not get too close, because his Panzer's flamethrower can destroy you. So I do keep a little bit of distance here, and the fire staff can also deal with the grappling hook too. So there we go, nice and simple. Panzer should not be too much of an issue, because we also have the boom Hilda. This one will just destroy anyone who gets in their way. If you got rid of your Mauser by just digging up stuff, you may get the Mauser again. So there is a high chance the Mauser is just in these dig sites. So I will return back into the church. My generator 3 is offline, which means when I want to pack-a-punch the SDG, I will not be able to until that is turned back on. In the late game, what we will do is we will let the guys, they will just turn off a bunch of generators, but as long as 3 or less generators are online, the knights, they won't respawn, they won't come after you again. I have ran up to the church. We put the rock down here. There was a fire CD here, and we have the puzzle. So how this works, we see 3 symbols on the left hand side. So there are the 3 symbols, and then on the right hand side we see 1 consistent symbol. So what I'm going to do is I'll put a key on screen. I'm going to load up a key on my iPad as well, and here's how it works. So ideally, we're just going to figure out what numbers these are. So we have 5, 7, 3, and the final number is always 4. So 5, 7, 3, 4. It can be done in any order. So once we have the numbers 5, 7, 3, 4, for you it's different. We head downstairs, and you see these numbers here. 2, 9. We have this. This is 4 with the blood. This is the 4. Then we have 5 and 3. So we need to do this semi-quickly. So I'll go 5, 7, I'll do 4, and then 3. I don't know where 3 is, so I'm probably going to screw up. There's 3, and I think, yeah, they have. You see, if you take too long, the fire becomes unlit. So, that number unlit. Let's try that again. So, alright, I figured this one out now. We're just going to go 5, 3, and then 7. So I've done 5, 7, 3, 4. You can hear that noise. That means you have done a good job. Once you have done a good job, we can now head towards back the excavation site. So it's just the center of the map. While running towards the excavation site, some of you might notice I'm not running in a straight line. I like to go off to the side and then jump. Why? Well, that is called a strafe jump. On PC, it's not as good as console. But basically, if I like do this swing, so if I swing like to the left or to the right, so if I just swing and then as I finish the swing I jump, I actually get more speed. So that just allows me to move from point A to point B a little bit faster. We need to do this minigame again, so where the SGG wallby is, to the right, we have the first one. I'm going to make this red. So let's make this one red. There we go. I then turn the opposite direction, and then to the left of the SDG, there's the second one. So we just need to make that one red as well. There we go. Then I do another turnaround, and I head up this staircase, and then I just fall off here, and I just move this. So I just need to do this 4 times. And then, in case you don't know, just jump. And while jumping, I hold the interact button and end the round. So all of that is done. Then we can just shoot the fire orb. And once it starts glowing, that means you've done a good job. It will start to be lit up. But something different is going to start happening. So we want to do the Easter egg. We actually kind of don't care about the fire staff. If you care about it, that's great. But there is a trick where we're going to upgrade, or do the final step of the upgrades for all the staffs at the same time. Other than the lightning staff, we already upgraded that one. So what I'm going to do is I'll head into a tunnel I've been into before. This is the wrong way, but I will just head into Generator 5. That's the lightning tunnel. You can always head into Generator 3 if you need to, or if the gramophone's there. It does not matter. We just need to access the crazy place. Once we are in the crazy place, what we can do is we can place the staff down. And the game developers, they expect you, or this is not even a glitch, but they assume that you are going to get the eliminations in the crazy place. Once that's done, you get the upgraded staff. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to place the staff down and then just leave. So let's go into the crazy place. I'm going to run towards the fire staff area, and I'll place the staff down. So if you want the fire staff, get eliminations until, you know, at the top left it will show like the fire staff in red. What I'm going to do is I will leave. So like I'm literally just going to leave, and we're going to get to work on the next staff. So I'm first of all going to re-get my lightning staff because I don't want to down or something. Then we're going to set up the ice staff, the wind staff. We'll upgrade them, and we'll put them all in their pedestals, and then we'll finish the upgrades for all of them at the same time. So let's get this started. So first of all, I'm going to pick up my gramophone because I will need to build the, or build the staff for the first time. Then I need to get my lightning staff back. So I saw it was at the bottom of the excavation area, so I will need to go back to the excavation site. Sometimes, if you decide to buy out your lightning staff, then it won't be in the excavation site. You just won't see it. Instead, it will be in the crazy place. So you just have to get it from the crazy place. But I know it's here, so I'll just go get it. Also, you notice I'm not just destroying the zombies and just clearing out the rounds. And the reason why is we just don't want to accelerate the rounds too much. It's just not something we want to do. So I'm going to head back up. The weather next round fully dictates what staff I will build. We can either build ice or the wind. So let's see. If it starts snowing, I think it's snowing. Excellent. Let's now get the ice staff built and upgraded. So first of all, we have 3 parts to get. We need to dig in 3 different parts of the map. The first part is generator 2 and 3. So I'm just going to use this trench to head back to Gen 2 and Gen 3. At the very start of this video, I was talking about only digging if you have snow out. We must have the weather set to snow. It's random. And so I'm in generator 2 and 3. So I'll just dig. You get random stuff after you dig. So I've got grenade there, which is not ideal. I follow the main path from Gen 2 to spawn, as those are where the dig sites are. So we can get random weapons. I've got random weapon, got grenades, a zombie might spawn out, or we get the part, which is what we want. I've now ran from Gen 2 to spawn. From spawn, I'm now Gen 3. And I'm not seeing the part just yet. It is RNG if you get this. It'll be a little devastating if I fail, but there's another... Okay. Let's just check. So I'm not seeing any more dig mounds. Is there one here? I am not seeing the dig sites. I have to do a bit more exploring in Gen 2. I believe there might be 1 or 2 more dig site locations that I can access. If you dig up and you don't get the parts, well then you have to wait until there's another snow round. And so we need to go through Gen 2 and 3. If I'm struggling to believe I might fail this, but if I do fail this, then I will think of something. I'm going to check up here. Are there any dig sites? There shouldn't be any dig sites here, but getting desperate. Okie dokie, well, that's alright. I'm going to check one more place, and it might be the case where I'll just have to get the other parts. So the first part will be, I got terrible RNG. The first part is in Gen 2 or 3. The second part is we want to head to the No Man's Land. So I'm just heading upstairs, No Man's Land, and I'm just looking for the second part. So anywhere in No Man's Land, just look on the sides. Don't go deep down the trenches. Here's the part. Excellent. That's part 2. Part number 1 we did not get, unfortunately. So you just look around. StaminUp, Juggernog area. Don't go down deep the trenches too much, because there's only like one dig site, which is nearby. The final part will be in the church. So we want to head into the church, and after I go up these staircases, any dig sites, dig mounds will have a part potentially. So I'm going to check that part. When I head downstairs, I'll look to my left and right. There's another dig site here. And there's the third part. If you don't get the parts, run to the other side of the tank. There might be another dig site here. If you need more places to look for, we will just head up the stairs of the church. There's a couple more dig sites. So the first one is here. And then there might be one more dig site in this area. So, the part did not spawn for me. It's RNG if you get it through the dig site. What that means is that I will have to advance the rounds until it snows again. And with the power of magic and cuts, I will return when I'm back. I will pack a punch for my SDG, so I won't need to turn on Gen 3 again. And yeah, once I get that final part in Gen 2 or 3, I will return. Oh, I got lucky. So we were on round 19 before the cut. The next round, round 20, is still snowing. So I got lucky there. And then the first part of these dirt mounds is the ice part. So those dirt mounds only refresh after the rounds advance. So just keep that one in mind. We now have all of the 3 ice parts. I've also avoided a catastrophe myself. So let's proceed. I'm just going to back off there. So we now need to return to the church. So there is the church. I'm in the center area of the map. And we just need to head to the church, because that is where the ice staff tunnel actually is. And then from there, we can go in and actually build the ice staff and upgrade it. The upgrade is very good. So let's just continue on here. This is the path I'm following. This is where Gen 6 is. But to the other side, you see this tunnel. So this is a deep level tunnel. And if I just head down, we have the gramophone. When I place the gramophone, this is for the ice staff. So again, you will need to head, when building the staff for the first time, to the tunnel for the staff in question. If you don't do this, then the thing I do right here is I run towards this ice staff pedestal and get the crystal. But if you don't go through the tunnel, which is for the staff, then the crystal will not pop up. You can always enter the crazy place, but you won't get that ice staff crystal. We are then going to leave and get the staff. What I want to do is I want to make it so it's near the end of the round. And the reason why, I'm also going to pick this up as well. The reason why is we don't want to be holding or really using the Ice Staff unless we are doing a very high round strategy. So the Ice Staff, it's the best staff in regards to the amount of zombies it can kill outright. But the problem is, it's very dangerous to use. It's just, you'll see when I get it or when I upgrade it. So I'm returning to the center of the map, the excavation site. And I'm also just going to clear out the round a little bit. Just have some zombies remaining. And at the very bottom, I will be able to build my beautiful Ice Staff. When I was a kid, a fun fact, I would always, in public matches, I grew up playing the PC version, which is this version, the Steam version. And you may have just like use the text chat like this, and you always would have to type out, spam type, which staff you wanted when playing Origins. It was kind of like a competition, and people respected. If you typed Ice first, you were getting the Ice Staff. So I'm just going to make sure it's near the end of the round before picking it up, because if it's not, I can just use my Lightning Staff. See, so it is near the end of the round, and let's pick up the Ice Staff. So how it works is you can see it slows down the zombies like this, and then they will be eliminated. While they are slowed down, they can still hit you, even in the unupgraded state. After the upgrade, well, you'll see that in a bit. To upgrade the Ice Staff, let's first of all return to the crazy place. I picked up the gramophone after, returning from the crazy place last time, because I just want to place it in a more central location. That location is going to be in the StaminUp area, so we're going to return to StaminUp. I was hesitating because if I had the Wind Staff and enter the Wind Tunnel, I'd actually use that tunnel instead. But we'll have to use Lightning because I haven't got the Wind Staff just yet. So this is StaminUp, the StaminUp area, and then you have the Lightning Tunnel, and we're just going to use that gramophone to go down here. Now, surprise, surprise, we have another puzzle that needs to be solved. So this is a map made by Jason Blundell. Very beautiful map. I love the music and stuff, but we can't do the Easter egg. We have to basically have notes out. So my iPad is out here. What you're going to look at behind me, well, we have to run to the ice area first of all, but need to find the ice place. So there it is. Here we go. How the puzzle works is we see these 6 symbols, and then the symbols have a key. So this is the key, the 2 dots, and then there is one of these is the value. So I will put on screen right now the key that I use. So 2 dots on my key is a long line and a dot. And there we go. If you fail this, the stone will not turn over, and it will give you a message telling you that you failed. Then I have a solid dot and then a kind of like a see-through dot, and that's this line here. Then I have 2 dots and then an unfilled one, that's an IL. I call this I and then this one L. I have a single dot, that's just a single I. I then have 4 dots, that's an LI. And then the final one, you don't need to look at the key because the final stone is always going to be the final stone. Once this is done, and by the way, that puzzle will be different every match. The Wind Staff puzzle is the exact same every match. The Lightning Staff puzzle, the same every match. But the Ice and Fire are different every match. So you will have to just memorize, or not memorize, you have to load up the key. I will leave again through the Lightning Tunnel because that's going to bring us as close as possible to the second part. Now, this second part will not work if you don't have a bullet weapon. So what does that mean? So, let me show you. So we have, let me just make sure I don't get crushed, but we have a total of 3 ice tombstones that we need to deal with. So I will run to each one of them. So we see the StaminUp, and I'm just going to head to the right of StaminUp, and I'm going to run forwards. I'm just going to keep on running, and I'm just going to running to the right here. We have the church. I'm going to run straight past the church, And we want to head to the Juggernog area. So we'll head to where Jugg is. And there's one here, but let's just head to where Jugg is. On the other side of Jugg, we now see this. It stands out a lot. It's this tombstone. We first hit the tombstone with the ice staff, and then you can see it changes color. But my Boomhilda and the ray guns, you can see I shoot it and nothing's happening. So you will need to have a bullet weapon. So that's why I'm mule kick. And you can see when I shoot with the SDG, that's when it actually gets destroyed. Then we see Juggernog. I'm just going to run right past it. And I'm going to keep on running forwards. And here is the second ice tombstone. So I do the exact same thing. If you switch your weapons quickly, you don't have to wait until it fully transforms the tombstone. You can just shoot it with your weapon right after shooting the staff. And then the third tombstone is in generator 2. So I'm just going. If I just drop down here, that's Gen 3. And then if I drop down here, this is Gen 2. While I have the Boomhilda, I want to show you something really fun. Let's see if I pull it off. Okay. Never mind. But let's head back to Gen 2. I will show that again. It's a PC fun stuff. So back in Gen 2, you have the generator, and then you have the tank station. Through the tank station, remember the wall by, the stone, the tank was here, still here, and the final tombstone is to the left. So I just hit this, and then I shoot it with my SDG. Once this is done, if the tank is here, we can just ride the tank back to the center of the map, the crazy place. If you're wondering why I cut, I went back to try and do the pistol fun jump, and I messed it up twice, and it can't be in the video. So let's say that use the tank. If you don't have the tank, you just run through Gen 2, and then you go through, the workshop, and you head into no man's land. That's where this tank takes us. So just gonna keep on going here. I actually do run a little bit faster than the tank. Again, if zombies get on the tank, immediately disembark it, because the zombies, I feel they slap faster when when they're on the tank, and that's not ideal. And also, I'm still doing the spam jump like usual. I'm just going to hold back before this robot because I'm just concerned that I get teleported under the map. We seem to be safe. So excavation site, we are going to return to that. And if you've watched the previous staffs, which I will assume most of you have, there'll be some who just skips to the staff steps, which is fine. But we're doing the same thing where we move the rotating platforms. So to the right of the SDG, we have the first. So I'll just set this to blue. There we go. And the second one is just to the left of the SDG. By the way, you can do this in any order. The order I'm showing is the order based from height. So like the actual height of these rotating pillars. So those two are blue. I'm playing very carefully. I just don't want to down because it is round 20. If I down and my mule kick weapon is the staff will just be put back in the crazy place, or it will just be put down back here if it's unupgraded. So I wouldn't worry too much. So I'll just do the third one, and then the fourth one. I'm just holding interact to change these. I'm going to jump down quicker than normal. That's because I'm concerned if the zombie might slap me too much. So I just don't want to spend too much time around. Let's go again. And there it is. So once that's all done, we have the wonderful blue orb. And when we hit the blue orb, it's going to go back up. What we're going to do again is we're going to place the ice staff in the crazy place. And, we are just going to leave it there. So let me just double check. I just need to make sure my lightning staff is not... Okay, it is here. So I will need to return back down here to get my lightning staff. But we just need to go back into the crazy place, place down the staff. If you want the ice staff, then you would get the eliminations. But what I do is I place 3 of the staffs. What I do is I place 3 of the staffs in the crazy place. All 3 staffs require a limbs. Like the final step, require a limbs to get the upgrade, and I just do all of that at the same time. It's just quicker. So I'm heading back into the crazy place. I've used the lightning tunnel here. You can use whatever tunnel you want, but lightning for me is just quicker from the excavation site. And we just need to wait for a path to become available. So there's a path, and I've put down the staff. So this ice staff, you know, we get limbs. So when this individual, you can see, you get a limbs, and then there's soul show, and then you get a notification once it's all done. But then you get the ice staff. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave, and I'm going to build the wind staff. Ideally, the round will not end, but there's only one zombie left. It might. I'm going to immediately get my lightning staff back. I don't want to be running around without it, because in this game, you can down so quickly. A Panzer can just do some magic tricks. You can get easily blocked. This map is no joke, but with the staffs, it's perfectly fine. So I'm going to head back to the crazy place, the excavation site, and then we can build the wind staff. In order to get the wind staff, we need to do this. So first of all, we're going to look for the robots, and they should come from our left. And we need to enter the actual robot itself. So you can see the robot, and based where the robot is coming, we need to go towards it. So there are 3 wind staff parts. Each part is in one robot, and so I'm just going to run towards where the robot is. I'm just going to look, and I'm looking for one of their legs. One of their legs will have yellow dots in a circle, and that means you can enter it. So the left one doesn't have it, the right one, it does. You see those yellow dots? In case you don't, then we'll see it very soon. I'm just going to avoid ending the round by just moving the zombie a little back. When entering the robot... No way, I missed this up. When entering the robot, you need to use a bullet weapon to shoot the hole and to have it opened. If you have a Boomhilder, a staff, or Ray Gun Mark II, you can't use it to enter. Same with Ray Gun Mark I. It must be a bullet weapon. So that is the first part you can see from Robot's Freya. And then we just need to interact to exit the robot head. If you don't exit immediately, it will forcibly eject you. There are 3 robots that move across. So we had Freya, which is this side of the church, and then if the foot was open the other side, you go to the other side of the church, upstairs, where Gen 6 is. Then the second robot will be running through no man's land. So this area here, 1 foot will be this side. This is where StaminUp is, the left side of StaminUp. And then the other foot will come the right side. And they're just going to drop down on this nice rectangle pieces. And then the final robot will be between generator 2 and 3. So this is completely random where these robots come from. So that means you just kind of have to look across to the side, see where the robot is. The middle robot is coming through, so I just want to see which one it is. So the right one, I'm not sure. Okay, so it's the left foot. I'm just going to make sure the zombies aren't too close, because I really don't want to end the rounds. So it's going to be the next stomp. So I'm just going to like this, go slowly. Alright, let's go. So I've opened up the foot, and I get the second part. The thing I was doing is I'm just trying to avoid ending the rounds, because I don't want to advance the rounds too much. If you're doing the high round strategy, you might not need to work too much, but when doing the Easter egg, there are some steps where the higher the round, it just becomes exponentially harder. We then need to finally wait for the robots that are going to spawn Gen 2 or 3. So Gen 3 will be the left foot, if looking this way. Gen 2 will be the right foot. So I just need to patiently wait. And you can be waiting for quite a while. So that's why I did say at the beginning, you want to do all of the staff builds at the same time. And when those opportunity becomes available to get each part, you just run towards them. I have separated this stuff out just for the video. When you're playing, you just want to get everything done at the same time. Alright, the robot I need finally showed up. It actually took 15 minutes, but we just need to check which foot it is. Ideally, I'm kind of like reacting here, but because I know I'm waiting for this robot, it's actually better to not be reactive and just sit in generator 2 or 3. So let's check the feet. Oh dear, I haven't. Oh, please don't tell me. Okay, generator 2. So I'm just gonna head to this area with my
It is unwise
weapon.
to stand in the path of the robot.
Excellent. So I'm just going to patiently wait for this. This might end the round. It is what it is. But there we go. Wonderful. So this is now the third part of the wind staff. So let's just pick this one up and
Only
leave.
a madman
However,
creates such
if
a
you look at the
machine
left,
that'll-
I still don't have the disc. So where on earth is the disc? Well, it is near where my gramophone is. So let's just go and
Return
run
to the
around.
battlefield once more.
We're going to head to Gen 5. Good thing the round didn't end, but this is where the StaminUp area is. So I'm just heading into no man's land. And then I'm just going to turn right towards Generator Station 5. There are 3 places where the Wind CD can show up. The first one is if I just go to StaminUp, to the right of StaminUp on this wall, you can see it is just here. And for me it's here, so I'm just going to pick this one up. The second place it can spawn is on these boxes. So where StaminUp is, do a 180, and then just take a look. And on these boxes, you might have the CD here. The final place is if we head down the lightning tunnel. Now in the lightning tunnel, it might be on this desk here. It might be here as well, or it'll be somewhere down the tunnel. So just take a look, but it should be on there. So I'm going to head down this tunnel because I do have my gramophone and I need to pick it up. We need to, because we're building the wind staff for the first time, we do need to put the gramophone in the correct place. So that is where Juggernaut is. So I'm just going to run across to there. So we see Juggernaut off to the right, and then to the left we have the wind tunnel. So let's head down the wind tunnel and let's build the final staff. Now the good news is the Origins Easter egg, most of the time spent is just building the staffs. So this is the final staff, and then after that the steps they will go by pretty quick. Well, if the RNG goes well, they'll go by pretty quick. So let's enter the crazy place. We are then going to pick up the crystal for the wind staff. We will leave through the wind staff teleporter. It's basically the same distance to the excavation site as the lightning tunnel, so it doesn't matter that much. And then we can finally build the stuff. In fact, what I'm gonna do, what I was thinking is I would put my lightning staff down in the crazy place, but and the reason why is, well, I'm not doing it. Basically, the reason why, if I were to put down my lightning staff in the crazy place, as it's the end of the round, I know I'm not going to need to rely on the lightning staff to save me. And when I get the wind staff, if I don't put the lightning staff in the crazy place, it will instead put the staff in the bottom area. So I'll just have to run back to get the lightning staff later on. But it is what it is. Let's just head to the bottom of the excavation site. Just head to the very bottom. We can now build the wind staff. So it's kind of looks orange, but this is the yellow staff, the wind staff. So let's swap the wind staff and let's upgrade it. In order to upgrade the wind staff, we first of all need to head to the wind tunnel. So we were just there earlier. So we're going to head up to the top of the excavation site, and then we're just going to look for, you have one path that has no right turn. Just go through the path that has a right turn. I'm just going to play a little slow here just to make sure the robots don't crush me or my zombie. And when I turn right, we see we have a Juggernaut, and we're just returning to that same wind tunnel. So to the left of Jugg, we have the wind tunnel. While entering the wind tunnel, there are 2 parts to the upgrade. The first part, so let's just go into the crazy place. The first part is another puzzle where you just need the key. So let me just load up the key on my iPad. This one is the same every time. So these puzzle pieces are the same every time. So we need... So let's see here. I'm going to help you visualize this, what I'm doing. So this is the most... There's these rings. There's 4 rings. The outermost ring, one of them, has this... I will call it a double L and I. So you have a double L and I. And then from the double L and I, on screen is the pattern. So you just align everything with that double L and I. So, double L and I, then I just have a little dot, and then I have two L's, and then I have 2 I's. There we go. So when you hear that noise, that means you have done it. Again, on screen, you have the key that I am looking at. You know, that's, you know, so, you just take a look at the key that is on screen, and then you'll be good to go. Then what we need to do is we need to exit this area, and if you remember the ice staff, we were shooting tombstones. Well, instead we're going to start shooting bulls. So let's look for those bulls. So I'm just making sure no one is nearby. So first of all, we want to look for the first bull. That should be in the Gen 4 area. So if I just turn to the right, you have the wind tunnel, you have Jugg, and then you have the bull. So let's just go like that. And then the next place, we want to head towards Gen 5. So we're going to head to the StaminUp area. I'll head through this right path right here, but whatever way you use does not matter. And it's not literally in StaminUp, so it's up there, StaminUp. Before we go there, we're going to turn left. And then if we run across and look to the right, you see the winds or the bull. So I like to access it from this angle.
We must understand what we have done.
And when you hit it, if your character says something, that means you hit it right, but you know, it's hard to miss. And then the final one is heading towards the church. So we first of all need to go to the church area. So here is the church. And then once we are in the church, we want to look for a bull which is between the church and the tank returning. So it's not going to be this way. If we go the other side and we go this way instead, I'm just going to look for the bull. And there it is. And I'm just going to probably jump shot it to hit it. And once the smoke is gone, that means that we have done the job correctly. So if you don't see it, you probably went the wrong side of the tank. So this way, where the tank comes here, and we have Gen 5. That's where we want to go. Now we're going to return to the excavation site. So I'm just going to quickly head there, and we need to put all of the stuff in order. So let's just head down the excavation site. And if you have, you probably know what I'm doing here, but just to show it again, where the STG is, I'll head to the right first, and I'll just turn this until it shows yellow. Then I'll do a 180 and head to the left of the SDG. And just wait until we'll turn it until we see the yellow. There we go. And I'll do a 180 again, and then I just run off, and then use this until it turns yellow. And then I'll do this one until it turns yellow as well. Then we shoot the orb. There we go. And the orb will go up to the top. We can then head back to the crazy place, and we're going to place down the wind staff. Then we're going to re-get our lightning staff. And please be careful, because in the mid-20s to early 30s, the lightning staff will not one-shot anymore. So if you charge up your lightning staff attack, you're not always going to just eliminate the zombies. So just please keep that one in mind. We do need to do the boxes as well, but that's coming up soon. So let's just head back down to the crazy place. Let's retrieve our staff, We'll take our staff into the crazy place, retrieve our lightning staff, and then we'll be good to go. So I have the fire staff waiting for eliminations, the wind staff waiting for eliminations, and the ice staff waiting for eliminations. And the goal is when we return here, we will upgrade everything at the same time. It's just going to be really credible. It's going to be like a speed run. So we're gonna set the world record. But let's now leave the crazy place, and we're gonna pick up the ice staff, and then we're going to do some unfinished business. So the ice staff is back in my hands, next to the Pack-a-Punch. And if you look above my perks, you see I have all these like new icons. Well, we have done some challenges just by playing, and we get some rewards. So let's redeem the rewards. Only one of them you really want, but you can get whatever you want. So to get the rewards, we're going to head to Gen 6, the church area. You can also get the rewards in Gen 1, which is the spawn room. So if I head up, we have 3 symbols to look at. So the first one is the G logo. When you select this reward, it will give you a Pack-a-Punched weapon for free. One of those weapons happens to be the SDG. The weapon you get depends on your character. To be honest, it's not a good Pack-a-Punch weapon. Unless it's the SDG. Then otherwise I wouldn't even pick it up. But let's just get it. So you just select the rewards. And oh! I think I've seen that gun before. Let's take it. That will just give me ammo. So there we go. Then the next one is the rectangle. So this one's at the bottom. The rectangle at the bottom gives us double tap perk. If you have 4 perks already, then when you get this perk bottle, it will add us the 5th perk, and we can actually get around the 4 perk limit for now. But if I down, I would have to get the double tap perk later. So let's just select this reward. I want double tap, and there's the perk bottle, and we'll use it. So let's try and avoid downing, because if we down, we're not going to be able to get that 5 perk setup for a very long time. The other rewards here is kind of this like tree branch looking thing. That is a free max ammo, so only if you really need to use it. For the Easter egg, if there's a step I run out of ammo, I might use it. And there's one step where I'm throwing G-Strike, so I might use that free max ammo for that step. For high rounds, I would only use that if absolutely necessary. But then we have one more reward, and it says fill full chest to capacity. So we need to fill 4 chests to capacity. Once we have done that, we will return to the crazy place, and we will upgrade all the staffs at once, and then we can actually begin the second step of the Easter egg. So we are getting there very soon. There are 4 box locations, and I'm just going to show them one by one. So the first one is going to be here. So we have StaminUp to the right, and just the opposite of StaminUp, we have these chests. So we need to get eliminations, and the eliminations have to be in this rectangle. So let's get to work. There is a problem though. You know these robots that are coming across? If a robot comes across on the same path where this chest is, and the robot slams down, so you don't fill up the chest before then what will happen is you will, congratulations, you will have to, basically the kill counter for the chest resets, so you will have to eliminate a bunch more zombies. So I hear
The mechanized ones approach.
I hear the Panzer, and I mean look, I mean it really is no joke with the Panzers, so I just had to lock in there. I just spammed the lightning staff. I spammed some shots at the Panzer, but zombies are still coming after you, so that's why I just had to retreat. So I'm gonna keep this one going. I feel pretty safe, so I'm just gonna use my SDG. This is okay. So the robot is coming, so let's just hurry things up. If you accidentally use a nuke like I did, then if you I might be. It's going to be pretty close, but let's see here. Oh, I got it. The chest is levitating. You see the chest that just levitated there? So I just about got it in time. You see, after that robot slams his foot, he would reset the elimination count, and I'd have to go from scratch, which would really be annoying. But thankfully, you can see the chest is gone. That means I'm good to go. Now, the second location is... So, we're going to return to the No Man's Land area. And we see the MP40 wall-by. And then we go to the left here. Here is another box location. So, let's just carry on here. Just continue getting those eliminations up. Now we go. We are... As the rounds increases, remember, it's getting a lot more risky. So just make sure you stay vigilant. If you need to, you just need to use the G-strikes. I'm saving my G-strikes just because there is an Easter egg step. It's very hard, and I might need a lot of them. Well, you only need one, but if you screw up, you'll need a lot. I also track, because I have Mule Kick, is my lightning staff the next weapon or the weapon after? So, absolutely the next weapon. That just means if I need to bring it out like now, I just am able to bring it out without any hesitation. So, just gonna keep this one going. You can see now the lightning staff is not one-shotting anymore. So, this is not ideal. Just checking, no robot coming through the path. It's not ideal, but it's still doing the job. It's still very effective. The other staffs are one-shot, so that is the difference. I finished this chest. I'm gonna avoid getting the nuke. I just want these zombies. And so the third chest is the other side of Jugg. So we're just gonna go across. I don't know if I can fill this up in time. So what I will do is I'm actually not going to fill up the chest because I just think that I don't have enough time. So I'm just going to train the zombies. What does train mean? Well, I've grouped them up together. And if I just eliminate the zombies, they'll spawn in random places. And it's a little bit, unpredictable. But if they are trained up, they're all grouped together. They are predictable. I know they're behind me. I know where they are. And I can just control their movements. So I'm just going to wait for this. Once the robots have gone, let's get to work. So I'm going to charge this up. Hopefully I will one-shot still. Charge one still one-shots. And we got insta-kill. It would definitely one-shot now. So with insta-kill, I would be using my bullet weapon. So there we go. Keep this one going. And then the final box is we're going to head towards the church. So I'm just going to go across here. If I see a robot, then I know I probably don't want to go for it. But there's no robot. So I'm heading towards the church. And you have the church here. And then we have one more chest. So I'm just going to group the zombies up a little bit. Okay. I need to be quick. I don't know if I can pull this off in time. Okay, I've done it. I got a Steam achievement pop-up that told me I did it. I actually didn't see the box, but I have done it in time. So we're going to head back to Gen 6 to get our 1-inch punch. So let's just get this one. Now, because I'm on a higher round, one of these steps should be extremely difficult. Because the 1-inch punch, we need to use it to get a bunch of the limbs. So here it is. Just take the reward. It's just a yellow orb. And now, you can see when I press the melee button, instead of a knife, I get a nice punch. And it's a 1-inch punch, believe it or not. So we are getting there. We are making excellent progress. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get all these staffs upgraded at the same time. So let's just get to work on that. And that work is literally, I'm just going to head. So I'm just going to head to the crazy place. And then when I'm in the crazy place, I will just get crazy, eliminating the zombies. And you will see, when I get there, what I'm looking for. But once these are upgraded, we can actually begin step 2. So please make sure you preserve your G-strikes because you will need them. We will also need to build the Maxis drone. So we have 2 more parts, but we'll get to it when it becomes relevant. So how this works is when I just eliminate the zombies, it will just do the staff which is closest. Now, Once this staff is done, this is the win one, then it will start doing either the fire or ice. So, you know, it's not like if you're too far away, it's not going to show up. A very good thing is that no Panzers are in the crazy place. I have said that earlier, but I'm just going to repeat it. Also, this is high risk with the SDG out. But that's why I have the lightning staff. So I'm probably just going to train these zombies. Just group them up. You could... And the thing about the crazy place is these... Okay. There we go. Put another one, put another orb down. I'm going to start spamming. This is quite intense. So you can see the top left, the wind staff is finished. So let's carry on. I don't need to pick it up. Just carry on. Oh, I got insta-kill. Incredible. So I'll just use a bullet weapon here. Just keep this going. There we go. Ice staff done. So we can do this so quickly. So instead of just, you know, going one after the other. There we go. It's all done. As all staffs are done, there are going to be two types of viewers. The first are people who just want to see the high round strategy, want to see some other stuffs in Origins. If that's you, then I'll put a timestamp on screen that you want to skip to. If you want to do the Easter egg completed solo, well, let's keep on watching. Now that we have built and upgraded all staffs, the next step is we must place a specific staff into a specific robot. We will repeat that 3 times, and then the 4th staff, which will be the fire staff, will go at the bottom of the excavation site. The thing about this step is on Black Ops 2, you can cheat it, and most people will cheat this step because, you know, doing the robots is really slow. I will do this legit. I will show you which staff goes into which robot as it is specific, and then once I have done the step, I will show you just like a little video on how to cheat it. You can't cheat it on Black Ops 3. You also, on Black Ops 2 and 3, must have all 6 generators powered on. So if those knights powered off one of your generators, power them on, otherwise this step won't advance. How this will work is there's a bit of a key. So I have this loaded up. There's no way I remember this, but we have for lightning. Oh, the lightning robot's just coming right now. So is it even possible to get this? So between generator 2 and 3, this is where you would put the lightning staff in. Let's just, there's like 0%. Okay, alright. Good timing, huh? What we're gonna do is, when you have the lightning staff, have it out, open up the robot. Get your lightning staff, and you can see a new pedestal shows up. And you're just gonna put your staff in the pedestal like this. And then we'll leave. We will then want to take the wind staff. Now the wind staff is going to go into the robot that goes across the middle of the map. I'm waiting in the middle of the map. This means the no man's land, and I can see the robot is slowly coming. So we're just here where the Jugg is, where the StaminUp is, and let's just wait for the robot to stomp on me.
Saw a demon crushed beneath the robot's foot.
Let's open the wind staff. So I've got the robot in the middle of the map. I'm going to put the wind staff down. I ended the round. Basically, I messed up the timing with the path behind. And generator 4 is being under attack. So I'm a lot more vulnerable now because I do not have my staffs out. So I'm just going to clear this out again. We must have the generators online. Otherwise we're in deep trouble. So I'm going to have to put an airstrike down. And then I'm just going to have to run back to the crazy place and get another staff. Then we have the next staff. This is the Staff of Ice. The thing about the Ice Staff is, to be just 100% honest, this staff is not reliable. You really want to do predictive shots. So you just want to anticipate where the zombies will come. So I'm just going to constantly have this ice ball out, because if you get in trouble, you're not shooting your ice staff. You know, you're not shooting your way out of it with the ice staff. You know, you have to kind of predict. So I got extremely lucky. The next robot is just there. So Let's just try and get there in time.
Died on my blade.
That's incredible. So the ice staff needs to go in the church area, the Gen 6 area. That's where it will need to go. Hopefully. Checking the foot.
It is unwise to stand in the
Alright,
path of
it's
the
the other
rod.
side. That's actually, I think, better. As long as I reach it, it's better. But alright, I think we are fine. Excellent. It's not near the end of the round, so I'm not too worried. I'm just going to go to the edge in case I was wrong. I'm right. There we go. So, generator 6, we want to put the ice staff in. We get these staffs back later. Just double checking all my generators are on. I'm going to repeat this again. All generators must be active. They must be active. If they are not active, this step, like when you won't be able to get it to work. So I'm going to immediately just drop down here.
Once more.
If I get hit by a zombie, do not drop down this hole. Otherwise, you know, that might be, you drop down and you don't come back up. So, all robots, there are 3 robots. There's actually technically 4. The 4th one is in generator 2 near the tank. And it is the one that's fallen down. So, we have done all 3. We then need to go and put the pedestal down for the fire staff. I got really lucky. You know, I didn't have to wait for the right RNG. But you can be waiting 10, 15, 20 minutes. So that's just something to mentally prepare about. If you cheat, then you don't wait that long. But I'll show how to cheat when we actually when I'm actually there. So I'm gonna return to the crazy place. I'm gonna get the fire staff, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have it so it's near the end of the round. I'm just
Its meaning is not yet known.
I'm just a little bit, I don't want to take any risks here. The fire staff is a very good staff. Unlike the ice staff, you can just shoot it out to protect you. And you can also do a short stun to have this nice lava pit. So let's just get out of here. Then we're going to just return to the center of the map. So the excavation place. I'm just going to have the round nearly over, but not completely over. So, I'm just going to train the zombies. I feel confident with the fire staff that if I completely screw up like that, then I can just use the fire staff to like bail me out, which is very good. So the round is pretty thin. I'm not going to risk hitting them anymore. That looks good enough to me. So let's just head towards the excavation site. This is where we both cheat and play legit. So you saw playing legit really wasn't that bad. You must do what I did on Black Ops if you're playing Black Ops 3 version. But in the excavation site, if I just go down here and just continue to the bottom, what happens is, because I've put the staffs in the other places, I just need to put down my fire staff in this new pedestal. And you hear this noise?
I'm not safe here. You have to hurry. Only the giants can break this.
And you see that? There we go. Wonderful. So once that is done, your staffs will return towards you, which is very good. But the way you would cheat, you put the fire staff down in the middle, then you put it on the pedestal to pick it back up. Then you put the fire staff down on the pedestal, then you put it on the far right area to pick it back up. Then you do that for the 3rd time, you do it for the 4th time, and then on the 5th attempt, it should work. Remember, all generators must be online. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 must be online. Otherwise, you know, not going to work. The next step, we might be waiting half an hour. We might be waiting 1 hour to do this. This step is not meant to be done solo, but no one else is with me, so I will be doing it solo. So you're going to see this. I'm gonna have to put on screen what you're gonna look at, and it'll be very clearly marked out. There is this massive crack in the ice, and it's not the smallest, but it's not the biggest either. And we need to throw a G-strike in that crack right after entering a robot. So a robot coming from the middle, we will enter it either from the right or the left, and then afterwards we're just gonna do a Kobe shot. This is going to be the shot of the century, and we need to hit the crack from far away. So you don't have much time to do this, but we first of all need to wait for robots to show up. So this will take quite a while. And then if we fail, we got to do it again. So I have 4 attempts of this before I need another max ammo. Hopefully I get this done in 4 attempts. If not, oh dear. So I just ended the round. Oh my goodness, and I almost just fell under the map. So I'm gonna have to get a fire staff. Alright, so I know it's this foot here. So let's go. So let's get this done. So I'm gonna go in the robot. I'm then gonna wait. When it says 1, a bit after, I'm gonna hold interact. So I'm gonna wait here. I'm gonna wait till 1.
Something is happening.
I'm also gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out to this.
3, 2, 1. Fire control lead activated.
Alright, I'm leaving. I'm gonna count to 4. On 4, I throw. You ready? Let's go. For me to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Return to the battlefield once more. Begin the barrage, robot.
Did I do it? I don't think so. But we'll see. So just taking a look here. I failed it. So you can see the thingy is the so I missed the first shot, unfortunately. And I get blessed with a max ammo. So we just have to now wait and then try again. While I wait for the second chance, a good thing to do is kind of plan your throw. So I didn't plan last time, but you see this pit right here? Well, what if we just put a crosshair over the pit so that we know the angle to throw? So what I'm going to do is I have my crosshair over the pit, and I'm just going to walk backwards. And from my calculation, if I throw here, we'll get into the pit. So what I'm going to do, if the robot is here again, I mean, who knows? What I will do is I'm going to probably throw from here, facing the right side of this wooden crate, and we should be good to go. If it comes down, or the robot comes here instead, then we have a direct line of sight, right? So when I count to 1, 2, 3, I'm going to throw from this place. I would throw, and then it's pretty short, but so I would just aim like here, and then you can see we are going to get it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire control lead activated.
Alright, here we go. Hopefully I get 2, 3,
Return to the battlefield once more.
and there it is. Mission accomplished. Good work, Saunders Tech. Thank you. Woo-hoo-hoo! So you can see it's doing that spinning motion. Oh, and it's going to crack. There it is. And when Samantha says the souls must be released, where the pit is open, we are now good to go. So if you were to mess that up again, what you could do is you can use the free max ammo. So by my perks, I still have that free max ammo that I could use at Gen 6, but eventually that will run out, and then at that point you can just dig up these sites and hope for max ammo. It's unlikely. It's always worth a shot. We now need to unleash the Panzers from this pit. The way we do this is with the Maxis drone. So we built 1 part. Well, we got the part from spawn. We have 2 more parts to get. You probably, I mean, some people will just build the Maxis drone already. I'm just going to do it now. So we need to get the second part and the third part. So follow me. The second part, and I'm going to try and keep these zombies to not despawn. I don't want it to start round 30. So I'm going to go a little slower here. We need to head towards the church. one of the Maxis drone parts is going to be in the church. If you're trying to avoid the zombies from despawning, in case I haven't said this, if you run too far away, they will despawn. And so to avoid that, you can kind of just look in their direction, even if they're through walls, and I'll just keep them spawned in. So let's take a look. We have the tank here. The tank leads to one trench to the right, and then 180 degree, you have another trench this way. So we're going to check both trenches, and to the side of this sign with the skull and bones, there might be a Maxis drone part. And there it is. So you can see to the right of this one, we have the Maxis drone part.
I will seek and find
If you don't see it through this trench,
So many others
turn
tried.
around,
So many others failed.
and then we'll just check the other trench. So we're just looking for those skulls. So I'm just going to look for those skulls. And so if I just keep on going here, you would check these skulls. If you see the part, excellent. If not, we will need to look for the third part location. The third part location is in the bottom of the Ice Staff tunnel. So if I just head to generator 6, hopefully I won't end the round by going down this tunnel. But if you look down the tunnel, just look around, and if you look here, you know, around the bottom of the tunnel, you will have the Maxis drone part, if it's not in those other two areas. And then there's one more part for the Maxis drone. That is going to be in the Pack-a-Punch area. So we're just going to head there now. I'm going to drop down, and we're just going to run towards there. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to assume the zombies will not despawn, simply because when I did that rain fire step, those were the two same zombies. So hopefully I'm right. If not, well, figure it out. We have a full fire staff, so we are doing very well, and we want the fire staff out. We want to have it to deal with the next step. So first, Maxis drone, a third part location, is the opposite of Pack-a-Punch. You see this, kind of like this, these openings. You can see the part is right there. It's kind of like a wheel. You see, only one zombie survived that despawn. Oh, two did. So the part location is right there. So I'll just pick it up, be quick. Now, if it isn't there, so it's literally just left in that trench of the Pack-a-Punch. We're just going to head down here, and the parts may be around this floor to the sides of these tables. So you had the gramophone, and then the Maxis drone part may be across the sides on this level. And then the third location is if we head down here and then we turn right, we have the staircase. So we're going to head up this bridge or staircase, we'll jump down, and normally we go forwards, but we're going to turn right instead. We'll go down, we'll go down again, and the third part might be in this box, so just check that box. Once we have all Maxis drone parts, we want to build the Maxis drone. I'm first of all going to get a new shield because, well, we are advancing the Easter egg. We're almost done, but I just don't want to have, you know, any risk taken. So I'm just going to first of all get the shield. We will build the Maxis drone right next to where we need it. So actually, I forgot where I built the shield. It's not there. So it is in generator 3. I'm just going to bunny hop, and I'll just show you this actually. There we go. Got there a little bit quicker. So if you do the bunny hopping and spam the boom hilda, you'll get a bunch of backward speed. So that's just what I did there, just to move from point A to point B a little bit faster, because I'm on a little time crunch here. So we have the shield.
This shield will help protect us in battle.
And now let's build the Maxis drone. So head across here. So we're going to head to generator 4, and we're going to build the Maxis drone in that tunnel. If you built your shield in Gen 4, then you build your Maxis drone, well, I just got my shield from. So I'm just going to build this quickly, because the zombies have just respawned again. So I'm going to craft the Maxis drone. After crafting, I'll pick it up and you will see the button I need to press to get the Maxis drone out. In my case, it's number 2. Don't press any buttons, because when you press it, he just starts flying. So we're going to head back to where we did the rainfire step, you know, with the robots. And I'm just going to place Maxis drone right here. So, what was it again? 2. Just going to place it just facing this way. And there we go. He's going to go into that hole. And he's going to bring out some panzers. So right here, I'm going to charge my fire staff. And I'm going to charge it up again. And hopefully, these should just destroy the panzers. There we go. Good night, panzers. I think there's another one. So I'm just going to keep this going here. And more panzers. Goodbye. And more panzers are coming. I'm going to just... Yeah, if you have insta-kill, the panzers have less health. I'm going to try and retreat, because those panzers, you know... Okay, I've done the step, so... With the fire staff, you can just cheese that step, just like that. We now need to get a zombie blood. So, the way we're gonna do this, we could try and dig for it. That's one way. The other way is just to eliminate zombies. I'm not gonna use the nuke there. I'm just gonna use the dig sites. And I'm going to try and get zombie blood that way. Alright. And when we get the zombie blood, we are trying to stay in the center of the map. Kind of like... Kind of in this area. So we're going to shoot down a plane in zombie blood. And then we're looking for a zombie. It's invisible. It only shows when zombie blood. And then we will eliminate that zombie. So... I'm just trying to avoid advancing the rounds here. If I am unable to get a zombie blood from a dig site, and the dig site can't be, you know, the other halfway across the map, it needs to be in this central area, then what I will do is I will just eliminate the zombies until I get that. But it's just best to just use these dig sites. Okay. No success so far. I'm running out of dig sites, to be fair. So I might have to start eliminating the zombies. Oh, okay, I got the zombie blood. I'm looking in the sky. There's the red plane. I'm shooting it down. Okay, a zombie has landed. I need to find it. There it is. There it is. And now I'm going to pick up the Maxis drone. So you can see it drop down. And so I was just looking at, let it drop down. If you mess up this step, well, you have to try again. Oh, this is... Yeah, because I'm on such a high round, or 31. Not too crazy, but I literally can't go back. So I'm just trying to get the zombies grouped up together. So I just kind of do this semicircle motion so that the zombies are grouped up and they aren't like... Basically, I want them grouped up in a circle instead of like one long straight line. So that's how I do it. And I'm going to go for it. There we go. Turn around. There we go. Excellent. We're almost there. I'm going to try and avoid using my boom hilda. And let's think about the game plan. So what I need to do next... is I need to go down where, you know, all the staffs were originally got, which is the excavation site. And I will need to start eliminating zombies to get an upgraded 1-inch punch. There is a massive issue, which is that my 1-inch punch is you can see it just does hit markers on round 30s. It's just going to do hit markers, which means my game plan is this: I will need to swap out my fire staff with an ice staff. We're going to just start using the ice staff. And I'll just explain it as I do it. So let's go. I'm going to go to the excavation site. That's number 1. So you're going to have zombies with white dots showing on their arms. And you just want to 1-inch punch them and then eliminate them. That would be the legit way. I have no clue if I'll be able to do that. These zombies are not the ones. We might have to spawn in a new horde. This is a voiceover, as I completely failed to do a good job explaining. The 1-inch punch, you use that to remove the white mist from the zombies' arms. But eliminating the zombies themselves, you can use any weapon. You can use the staff, you can use whatever you want. So it's 1-inch punch to remove the mist, and then eliminate the zombies any way you want. Okie dokie. Alright, so let's just... Alright, we have a better chance here. So, what you want to do is... I'm going to try again. We just need to fist 20 of those individuals that have those arms that look like that. So, you just need to do 20 total. And then a tablet will drop. So,
Even in greater numbers.
no tablet drops, but instead I'm just going to use the ice staff here. And... So, here we go. I have insta-kill. I'm just going to go in. There's the tablet. I'm just going to interact to pick it up.
You're so close.
And now I'm just going to down.
Going. Release the souls of the
So I'm not. But you can see more of these. More These individuals. Let's get the fire staff. We want safety now. More of these individuals have these white dots, but because I already have the 1-inch punch, which is a little bit more stronger, then we don't have to worry. We don't have to punch them anymore. So I got really lucky with that zombie blood. I was able to just get that through, but you just use the ice staff, and then before the actual zombies disappear, you can punch them with a 1-inch punch, and you take their white glow from them, which is very incredible. Before I show the final steps of the Easter egg, we have some extra stuff to do. Well, this is just extra stuff to show, really. So I'm going to just assume these zombies will not despawn. So I'm going to run across here. And we have a couple of extra things in Origins. So first of all, randomly spawning is going to be a Wunderfizz machine. So you can see I have 5 perks at the moment. However, and you have these limited perk bottles. But you can see to the left of Jugg, I have this Wunderfizz machine here. And it says I can only carry 4 perks. So if you don't have 4 perks, you can hit this. And for 15... Let's hit the Wunderfizz. That was 100% planned, by the way. I was carefully crafting that. I got Electric Cherry. I'll take Electric Cherry. And I have 1 zombie remaining. That was 100% planned. So you just hit the Wunderfizz machine. It gives you a random perk. So it can be a perk. I'm getting everything I want as well. That's kind of crazy. But it can be a completely random perk. Or it can be a perk that's already on the map. The most common perk bottles you get will be dead shots. And I haven't gotten dead shots, so I'm quite happy with that. I haven't gotten dead shot once. I'm going to go back and get quick revive. I don't need StaminUp. I think, we'll just have this. And then, so, if the Wunderfizz machine is not here, it will be somewhere else. So, it can spawn in Generator 4, Generator 5. It will just be randomly on one of the generators. So, check each one. And if it's lit up, you have the Wunderfizz machine. If you get a teddy bear, it will move to a different location. Then we also, you can see my shovel at the right. It's a little grey shovel, it's a little loser shovel. If you want a golden shovel, you will need to dig 45 of the dirt mounds. So you just look around and just dig this. And you'll just hear like a chime sound play, and when that chime sound plays, you'll get the golden shovel. There'll be B-roll of it on screen. With the golden shovel, it will give you better loot drops. So the dig sites will give like more max ammos, better drops. You will also randomly get a golden helmet, and that golden helmet means that if a robot steps on you and crushes you, you will not down, which is really incredible, and you don't even need to enter the robot. I need to show the high round strategy as well, and I just have to say, if you're watching so far, I would really mean the world to me if you hit the like button down below and just left the positive comments with like the last step of the Easter egg. I shouldn't fail this, but I just need to show the high round strat. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to generator 2. So getting off here would be gen 3. I'm just going to go to generator 2 like this. Excellent. In the generator 2 area, we have the tank station, and below the tank station, we're just going to go across, and then we have this beautiful pile of mud. And what we're going to do is we just sit around here with the ice staff, and then we can just spawn eliminate all of the zombies. You can use the fire staff too, but what's recommended is when you do the high round strat, build both the ice staff and the wind staff. And once those two are built, you use the ice staff until you run out of ammo. After running out of ammo, you have the free max ammo, again with that box. If you've used that max ammo, dig up the dig sites to get another one. You have a good chance if you have a golden shovel. And then what you can do is you can, if you still ran out of ammo, you can switch to your wind staff and then use your wind staff until you run out. And that will get you 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, very easy. For 90s and 100s, you're going to have to do some training in the... I'll have a separate video with a detailed high round strategy in the description. When you have the golden shovel as well, if you enter zombie blood, if you look around the dirt mounds, you may randomly see a red perk or red dirt mound, and that only shows in zombie blood. If you pick it up, it will give you a perk slot. So I only have a full perk slot max at the moment, but if I dig those up, I will get effectively every perk other than one. So you'd want every perk other than PhD, believe it or not. Deadshot is very nice with the Boomhilder. So I've explained the stuff a little quicker than normal. I just recognize the video is quite long. I will have dedicated videos on each thing I said in the description. Let's now finish the Easter egg. So I have no clue where the gramophone is. I'm going to assume it's in Gen 4. I am going to just do a little montage of me putting the staffs in their place. So hopefully the zombie won't like bleed out. If it does, I'm in a little bit of trouble, but we will see. So here is the first staff. I'm just going to open the teleporter again, and I will... That's a wind one, I guess. And I'll just place the staff in. There we go. And then the reason why I start the teleporter again immediately after entering is because it does take a while to build. Then I'm going to head back up. Please remember to pick... Oh, what the... Oh my goodness. Please remember to pick up the Maxis drone. So I'm just going to pick up the Maxis drone. I guess now. Might as well. It's in my path to that tunnel that we set up, but there you go. Next, we're going to... I don't know how that happens. Never had sticky keys shot before, but we're just going to head through and then do the next staff. I'll take the lightning staff next. I want to take the wind staff last. The reason being is because if the round flips, you know, I want to be able to have that wind staff, you know, on standby. So, you know, that's why I'm going to do it last. So let's just, again, the same place again and again until it's done. I now have the wind staff. I'm going to place it in the crazy place. I'm first of all going to make sure... I just don't want to risk this robot pulling me under the map. But I'm going to put it in a crazy place. And we can leave the crazy place at any time. So I have a free max ammo available. I have full ammo in my Boomhilder. I have 1 G-Strike. I have a lot of points. 95,000 points. So after I put the wind staff in, I've tested this zombie respawns over and over. I'm going to try and hit for either the ray gun or the ray gun Mark II. And if I don't get either of them, then all I will do is I will just use the STG instead on the wall. But hopefully I can get either of those, considering I have 100,000 points to play with. If you're on a lower rounds, just get the STG, like, just use STG up to like round 22, 23, 25. You'll be fine. So if I place this down here, you can see I'm still able to leave at any time. So I'm able to leave, which is what I will be doing. And I'm just going to verify all 4 staffs are placed down. And I'm going to leave. And I'm going to go and get the ray gun. So you won't be able to use the staffs anymore. Well, you technically could, but you wouldn't be able to do the Easter egg step. You can take the staffs out, but I'm also going to take out a ray gun or ray gun Mark II from the box. So hopefully very soon. Okie dokie, I've got the ray gun Mark I. Also, if you look at the bottom, I have monkey bombs. So I just hit the box so many times. They gave me monkey bombs. They are basically G-strikes, but I can hold 3 of them instead of 2 max. And also the G-strike effect, like that won't like happen with the monkey bombs. It does like a little detonation that doesn't do much damage. But I'm thinking with the Mark I can just eliminate the zombies, you know, while they are monkey bombed, and then I have the boom Hilda. So let's get to work. A reminder, just switch your weapons, look to the side. Do you have the Maxis drone? If you do not, get the Maxis drone now. We could also get these zombie shields. And I'm going to get the zombie shield. It's optional, but, you know, I just... You know, if I down, there's a good chance it's game over. So I have my zombie shield. It just means, you know, zombies behind me won't hit me. And I have my Maxis drone. And let's head out. Another reminder. If you run out of ammo, you can always leave this place. And the number of eliminations will be saved. You can just come back in at any time. I've set up to where this is for me just a one-way stop. I have another max ammo waiting for me in generator 6. And I'm just going to verify all the staffs are down. You never know with me. The staffs are down. Let's get to work. So I just need to wait for the zombie to show up. And we're going to eliminate it. The good thing about this place, and you can also see the souls are going into the center. When we get the 100 limbs in this centerpiece, bring up the Maxis drone. You will have just a massive... It will be very obvious when to do that. I'm just going to have the boom Hilda out. Because it just... better with the headshots. But when that runs out, I'm straight to the ray gun. So 100 limbs, so we might be here for a while. You see, you just need to stay very vigilant, which is...
will not succumb to your sickness. Be gone, unnatural demon.
Not great. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick to these edges here. So you can see... I don't like this one. But if you stick to the sides, the crazy place tiles won't fall down on you. So I'm just going to run around or walk around here slowly. Start the bar. And then I'm just going to spray my ray gun on these individuals. There we go. That's about 1 horde. So we need to do 100 zombie eliminations. I think I did about 20 there. I'm just adapting as I go. The good thing about the ray gun is I can just turn these individuals into crawlers. Or maybe having a... That was... I should have down there. All of a sudden, I kind of like my boom Hilda. Kind of like it all of a sudden. I'm just going to keep on going. I'm actually going to put a monkey down. And then once the monkey's down, and they all group up next to that monkey, watch this. This is why I got the ray gun. Because I can just go like this. The ray gun is actually quite weak. I mean, you can tell. We've got a Maxi. This is interesting. Do I fail at the last step?
When I am free,
No, I do not, because...
rewarded beyond your imagination.
Your ferocity is almost admirable.
I'm going to fail at the last step. Okay. Well... Yeah, you can leave. There's evidence of being able to leave. I have a shield. Yeah, I just had to leave there. That is actually not ideal. But I have got a bunch of eliminations, so I am closer. I'm just going straight. I'm doing like a straight line run towards Juggernaut, because that's what I kind of want. And without these staffs, it's very risky. But there's no Panzer. That's the good news. I also just want to make sure I'm away from that area as quickly as possible. Let's head into this player. And alright. I'm going to play it slow. I have a free max ammo. I'm just going to group the zombies up. Sometimes in a tutorial, you have to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'm just going to show that in here. So I'm just... Hopefully that foot does not... Okay, good. So I'm just trying to group up the zombies. Which is what I'm doing. And I'm going for it. And I'm going to run around the other side. That's how I group up the zombies. Like this. Once they're grouped, I will not eliminate them. I'm going to have them predictably, you know, running behind me. That's what I want. In that scenario, I should have reloaded because I had electric cherry, but I just kind of was not thinking. So, there you go. We're going to get some more perks, hopefully. And then we're also going to... We'll see, so...
I will feel no shame to die in battle.
PhD flopper. I mean, the ray gun does benefit from it, but... There's like... No, maybe I should have got it, I don't know. If it looks like there's some risk to enter a place you want to go to, don't take the risk. Just play it slow. Because no new zombies will spawn in as long as I don't start shooting these ones. So I'm just gonna go across. I think it's gonna move now. Yep, there's the teddy bear. It has now moved. So I'm just playing this so slowly. I've said that a lot of times, but it's... I need to get quick revive. And that's very important. I need to get the max ammo. Very important. And then we will head back in. I need double tap 2. Otherwise the regular Mark 1 is kind of useless.
I will draw a line.
The Wunderfizz machine is actually here. Which is just... I mean, look at this space that I have to deal with. But we'll try it. I mean, you can see when they're all grouped. That's exactly what I was looking for. When they're all grouped, even this little cramped space doesn't seem to be too bad after all. I should not. I probably spent about 40 minutes just playing very slowly. And I'm going to return. And then I will try again. Let's try again. Okay. I've got everything. I will now try again. So just verify the staffs are in place. And let's try this one again. So
Your ferocity is almost admirable.
I just need to... Well, I definitely need to leave this place. I'm also just going to use the boom hilder.
Fire sale.
Oh, fire sale. Thank you so
The
much.
spirits of our ancestors wrestle for control.
And I'm just going to
of the
chill
boss.
around
I will feel
this
no
area
shame
right
to
here.
die in battle.
So I'm going to be brutally honest. I kind of have low confidence in myself. In that case, we can use an attrition strategy to destroy the zombies. That strategy is that I'm just going to, instead of eliminating
If you wish.
the whole horde, I'm just going to pick them off. So I'll just do 4 to 5 zombies at a time. This will take a lot longer, but it's, you know, going to work. And I think as well, I'm just going to chill in the ice area. And the reason why is because there's no randomness in this place. So I have the horde grouped up. And I'll just take out, you know, between 4 and 5 at a time. And I think this way, well, I don't think, this way should be way safer. And I will get this done. It's gonna take me a good half hour to an hour, but I will get this done. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Oh, and there we go. Well, I have done it. And then once we see this massive opening, I'm going to put up the Maxis. I'm going to put up the Well, interesting. Let me just put a monkey bomb there. I'm going to put up the Maxis drone up. And just give it a little bit. And once he comes up, the match will end. And we are done. So I'm just going to interact with the teleporter. I'm going to interact with the teleporter. And there it is. Now, real quick, YouTube don't promote my videos like they used to. So if you found this video useful, it really would mean the world to me if you hit the like button down below and just left a comment saying, hey, I found this video useful, thank you. So the guy who DDoSed me, unfortunately for him, I just got the Steam achievement. I'll pull it up on screen. Have a nice rest of your day. Bye-bye.